Warning, the thoughts and opinions expressed on the show are just that, our personal thoughts and opinions. While we do our best to discuss topics responsibly, some of the information shared is based on allegations, reports, or speculation and may not be fully factual. We encourage our listeners to do their own research and form their own conclusions. This podcast is for entertainment and informational purposes only, and nothing discussed here should be taken as legal, professional, or definitive advice.
All right, we're going live. We're going live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's the best opener out there.
It sounds way better.
I'm going to put it out there. That's the best opener around on the podcast. Yeah. Just letting it be known. All right. Welcome, everybody. Episode 6.
Holla.
We got another dope episode for you guys coming to you. The You Don't Say That podcast, the show where each episode we come together, we tackle stories about culture, relationships, life struggles, and unpacking the chaos of current events. We've got you covered with real talk, relatable advice, and a lot of humor, sometimes dark. And as you guys can probably already tell, a lot of dark. A little too dark. You don't even want to hear the shit that doesn't even make the episode.
Yeah, you don't want to hear the conversation.
The hidden episodes.
The conversations that we just had.
Yeah, we're debating. We're debating if we're even capable of going live. We'd probably lose any sort of momentum if we ever did, but maybe one day we will. Regardless, we're here to talk about it all. And it doesn't.
I don't know. There's a line. You know, this is my husband. What stories am I allowed to tell?
He's a saint.
Yeah,
you don't want to hear our stories.
Mikhail's a saint.
No, but what about me?
Oh, yeah, you.
Yeah, you should proceed with caution.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to get too crazy. It's not like we're getting paid for this yet.
No, I'm good.
And it doesn't stop there. We're connecting with you. Submit your questions. You guys have probably already seen the anonymous questions go up in
NGL link.
The NGL link go in our stories. We've got a lot of those for you guys today. I can't wait to get into them. But submit your questions through the stories. They're all anonymous. We want to hear your Ask Me Anythings, your hot takes. We'll feature them on the show. And follow us on Instagram in order to access those stories, to join the conversation and be part of the community. YouTube, you can watch our videos on the YouTube channel, You Don't Say That podcast. And listen to our shows on Spotify and Apple Music at the You Don't Say That podcast. All links will be in the show notes in the description. And if you are new here, please help us by liking the show and following or subscribing.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. A lot of love has been shown in the past couple weeks, and definitely doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you guys. And before we begin, we have our fourth cast member. He's back this week.
Yeah, we've played musical chairs.
Yeah, Adrian, why don't you let everybody know where the hell have you been?
Man,
not getting his dick
Reno's
wet.
back. He's back.
He's back, everybody. I know everybody missed him.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're out there somewhere.
I've been good. I've been busy. Work. Work's been really crazy. The candle stuff really took off for me again this year. I remember the last episode I said I was gonna start it, and then I did. So had an event, had a lot of preparation to get a lot of preparation they needed for the event. Met a lot of people. I don't want to say met. I reconnected with a lot of people, which was really, really dope. Like it was, the event was dope. I had a really good time. Some potential new partnerships, or just potential, like, I don't want to say partnerships, but work I can be doing for some restaurant owners and companies. A lot of positive came out of the event. It was a good time. I missed the episode. I had to go. I didn't have to go, but I did go to a company party.
Yeah.
I heard there was
that I didn't even get to go to.
I heard there was a story about that.
Yeah. I work at that company. You don't even work at that company.
It was lit, right?
It was fun.
It should have been lit.
It was a great time. The party itself was cool. We went
Definitely
out
wasn't that cool because we weren't there.
the after party, like we went out after, and that's where shit got wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had a
Naked
night
ladies?
no.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I just haven't had a night out like that in a long time.
All right. Well,
It
let's do it
reminded
again
of
tonight
like-
after this podcast.
Like old like PB nights, like when we used to go out on PBs on Thursdays for Asian night. Can we say Asian night on?
I think you already did.
I don't know. Yeah.
What else is it called?
I think you already
Well, that's
did.
what it was.
What
No,
else-
that's what it was
yeah,
called. There's
what
nothing
else
wrong
would
with
we
PB
call
that.
on Thursdays for Asian
Asians
night.
make great food.
And they can have a night.
They're smart.
Shout out,
Super
shout
smart.
out Thor. Was it Bar and
Thor?
Grill? Yeah, PB Bar and Grill.
Oh.
You know what with us?
He wasn't Asian. He was a really tall white guy. But yeah,
No.
Yeah, but from PB Bar and Grill. No, it was fun.
Nah.
Like I haven't had a night like that where it was just like just fun. Like nothing stupid happened. Everybody was responsible. Didn't drink and drive. Nothing like that. It was just fun.
Good.
And had a good time.
Nice. So speaking of the business, what you got back into, we have a couple things on display here right now, right?
Yeah.
Let's maybe tell people what they're looking at because they might notice something different about the set today.
We got the infamous Chula Vista candle. It's a great candle. My favorite.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not looking at you anyway.
Nobody knows yet.
Shout out Chula Vista.
Yeah. No, it's
Shout out Sweetwater.
a Sweetwater candle. You know, some might say it's a Sweetwater candle.
Some.
But it's my South Bay candle. I love this candle. It's probably like the dopest.
Yeah, pull it up. Show it to a camera.
This joint right here.
Maybe show either that camera or that one. There's one right
we
next
can
to
go-
you
we
if
can
you
go
want to show
bam.
it.
We could go bam.
You're totally.
That might be
Yep,
too
yep.
close.
Bam. We can go.
Yeah.
Or
all
Mikhail
the
can
above.
insert pictures.
Yeah,
the
insert,
above.
insert picture here.
Insert photo here.
This candle has gotten me just, I don't know, so many people have
Laid.
It's pretty
Talk-
dope.
So much ass.
Did you get laid off of that candle?
Have you ever been laid off of giving someone a candle?
So this candle has gotten me
Yes.
so much. Just people have, oh, you're the guy that makes the Chula Vista candle. I don't know, like I would say the best thing about it would be the Emo Brown guys. Steve-O from Emo Brown, he bought one and he put it up in the pot in the
Which one?
he bought the Chula Vista candle.
That's
fire.
cool.
That
And
one-
then they have one in the they had it in the brewery in Three Punks for a while. I don't know what happened to it.
Right.
But Chula Vista Brewery used to have it on display. The Tavern used to have it on display.
What do we got to do?
Shout out
A
Third
lot
Ave.
of different people on Third Ave used to have it on display.
What do we got to do to get a You Don't Say That microphone?
We could do whatever, dude. A microphone would be kind of cool.
That'd be fire.
That'd
That'd be dope. Putting it out there.
Yeah, and the DMX candle up there. I made that before he died, and then when he died, I didn't want to put it out.
The
So,
DMX?
like, yeah, I didn't want to like make money off his death.
R.I.P..
Like that. Yeah, like DMX is like one of my favorite rappers growing up. So I wanted to make that, and I was like, it'd be a dope candle to do. But after he died, I was like, I can't sell this.
Right.
I just kept it. I never sold it. I have sold a couple now, like recently, but just people that were like the homies that wanted one.
Yeah.
Did you sell one to Stacey Dash?
Stacey. I don't know the Stacey Dash reference. What happened? Stacey
What?
Dash?
You didn't
What?
hear about that?
Uh-uh.
Oh, was it Stacey?
Tell
Yeah,
us, tell us.
Stacey Dash didn't hear that DMX died,
Oh
and
my
like it
God.
was like a year later. She was like, "Nobody told me."
I think
he
I do remember that.
died."
I remember
And he-
watching his funeral on YouTube. Like,
Yeah,
it was
no.
like a
They
big
live
thing.
streamed
Yeah,
it?
she
they
was.
live streamed it.
She was
Internet
very,
is wild.
very
Yeah.
upset that nobody told her that DMX died.
Was she living underneath
Poor
the
girl.
rock for a
Poor
year?
girl. She
Yeah.
was not well.
Internet
but
is wild.
Stacey
Yeah.
Dash. But yeah, I got a couple things lined up. Some things coming up for the future. I will be probably bringing every new candle here first.
Nice.
Do you
to,
see it
bring
here
out.
first?
Yeah, probably see it here first. Did that Charizard Pokemon card, which went
That's,
crazy.
is
That's
that a new
cool.
one?
Yeah,
the newest
yeah,
one?
It's dope. It's crazy.
If
But
we
I'm
want-
working on all three.
Have you
Blastoise
done
and
any
Venusaur.
chucks?
No.
Mm.
You want to chuck?
Well, you like a tall, like a
High top?
high top chuck, or just like an iconic look kind of thing. You could probably get it.
Yeah.
Just an idea I had.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he definitely has plenty of sneakers. So
No, for
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
He's definitely the sneaker candle guy for sure.
Mhm. You got a lot of
Yeah.
cool things.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, support our boy, Adrian. If we
Yeah.
or
Your
anybody,
Padre hats are pretty cool.
Yeah, the hats are crazy.
you got all
Mhm.
kinds of shit, dude. You get
Yeah.
down with the candles for sure.
Appreciate it.
If anybody wants to get a hold of you or your candles, where do we go?
So I just started a new IG. It's Akeru, AKERU.SD.
Okay.
It's on Instagram. I had the old one, but we lost access to it. I can't even get into it. Tried resetting the password. Tried everything.
Damn.
Just can't even get into it. So
Damn.
What the hell?
starting over again. Starting from fresh. Starting from scratch. So give us a follow. We are on Twitter or X, Akeru_co. And yeah, just most of the stuff is going to be on Twitter for now.
Right.
I'm working on the website right now. I'm going to revamp it and hoping to do a Valentine's Day drop. So
Cool.
We'll see.
Love that.
That's the goal.
Love to hear that.
See what happens
Those
from
shoes
now.
with the heart on them.
Yeah, because it's the Nike, the Air Force One with the which is actually a Nike put out an Air Force One like that.
Yeah.
Back in 2006, I think it was.
Right.
The
They're
heart.
actual molds of the real shoe, right?
Yeah, it's actual shoe. It's
This ain't
inspired
just-
from the shoe.
Right.
Like the dunk is an actual Valentine's Day dunk.
It's not a
from
rep
04.
though, right?
No, it's not a rep. No, I bought an actual. I'm
Right.
working on a video. Like I have the actual shoe.
That's
It
dope.
was a patent leather dunk that we, I deconstructed and then molded it, and
That's fire.
that's how we got the dunk.
Hell yeah. So support our boy.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I think a lot of people don't know that I do that. Like I feel like I every time I post the page, they're like, "Oh shit, that's you."
Yeah.
Like they either thought I worked for that brand. They don't know it's like me actually making the candles.
It's a one-man show.
Yeah. Put yourself out there.
It's
Yeah.
a one-man show. And,
He does it all.
And I will say, sitting at this table, none of it would be possible if it wasn't for Sal.
Hey. There you
Wasn't
go.
I don't know what I
In
did.
his kitchen.
No.
I don't know what I did.
The sacrifice he made in the kitchen.
The roots of it.
I started this in the kitchen
Yeah.
when I lived with Sal.
Right.
Yeah.
And I started it in his kitchen.
Mm.
And I'm looking back at pictures, especially recently a lot,
Yeah.
looking back at pictures and videos. God damn, I would hate to like be the owner of the home and
Right.
walk in and see just like a wax everywhere. So
Right.
like, I love
Hey.
you.
Yeah.
We do it for brothers.
Hey,
You guys made it through.
we made it
Yeah.
through.
We do
But
it for
that-
brothers.
That started like, yeah. So I don't know how you dealt with it. Oh, I know how you dealt with. We had our conversations, but
Well, I'm
yeah,
sure
man.
when that shit pops off and that shit actually starts making some actual, you'll.
some
I'm
real
sure you'll
money.
take care of our
Of
boy over
course,
here
of
and
course, of course.
humble
Right.
thank yous
Of course.
for the humble beginnings. But that's
But
dope, dude.
I don't think I've ever publicly thanked Sal for that. So
That's dope. You know,
yeah.
that's super dope. You know, people love that shit, and I know people all over the South Bay like really pump that shit up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I have a pretty cool. I don't want to say following, just people I've met with and
Yeah.
just been cool with.
But yeah,
That's the
talk your
easiest
shit
part.
though. You know what I mean? Like
Nah,
this is you.
I'm not drunk yet.
Nah, it don't matter.
It's
I
dope.
will.
Yeah, pop your shit.
It's dope to see. It's dope to go places that we all like to go, that we enjoy going.
Yeah,
You know, Third Ave,
Mhm.
and see your candle in businesses.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's dope because we're like,
And
That-
be able to, like, I know that
that's
guy.
our boy. Like
Yeah.
we know him.
Right.
We've
I
known
could
him
literally
for-
call that guy right now.
I've known him for
like,
20 something years.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dope, dude.
He might not answer, but I'll call him.
Yeah,
I might not answer. I
yeah.
don't do it on purpose.
No,
No.
it's a Virgo thing.
Nah, but yeah,
Shout out to Virgos.
talk your shit. So shout out
Yeah,
Akeru
You can
Candles.
make a Virgo candle
maybe.
somehow.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that would sound like the astrology bitches. They love.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't say that.
yeah.
Astrology bitches.
Is it astronomy or astrology?
Astrology.
Astrology work.
Put
Dude,
like
yeah,
a
you had it right.
crystal in the candle.
Throw
Oh,
some
that would
glitter
be,
on
yeah.
that shit.
Tell them that when they burn it, they'll heal. They'll buy it.
It's a healing candle.
Yeah, it's a healing candle.
Yeah.
Well, and
They'll
there's
buy
like
it.
there's like a herb or a plant for every like sign, so you can just like make them for each. Or
Why do I feel
whatever.
like those girls stink?
Nah, you're talking about
They
the
do,
natural
but-
ones.
Yeah, you're talking about the
What?
hippie girls.
They're not hippies.
Yeah.
Crystal girls aren't hippies.
No, I mean they're. I think that they're more like
They're their own?
spiritual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. We saw a hippie girl and what was it?
like the girls that use
OB?
the crystals for
One
deodorant.
That was sitting on
That's
top of a
wild.
van playing the flute, and her
Oh,
armpit
yeah.
hair was longer than ours.
Yeah, she was fucking.
Hey, I bet you she's fucking living her best life. I
Oh.
bet you she's fucking happy as fuck.
You would.
She is. She has no rent.
Yeah, I would be too. if I
She's
didn't
super
know.
happy.
Yeah.
She got no bills.
I just
She's
would
having
be
a
too.
great time.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, that's what's up. Anything new for the week or anything?
Nah, just everything's been going good.
Any new Uber stories?
No.
You know, surprisingly, I just got an oil change, and I realized I need to stop doing Uber so much.
Not
I haven't
feeling it
done-
no more?
It's not that. It's just they put a lot.
I
put
told
Yeah.
you
I
the wear
put-
and tear on your car.
Bro, I put 9,000 miles on my
Yeah,
car. every
it's
2
easy to
months.
do.
In 2 months?
man.
So what's the payout? Has it been worth the hassle of doing Uber versus
It
the
was,
mileage
it
on your
was
car?
worth it for me at the time. Like the things that I needed, the things I needed to pay, like to get on the track that I'm on. Yeah, like the money came in, it helped and it got me there. But would I do it consistently? No.
I mean, if you gotta hustle, you gotta hustle. You know, like
maybe if you had an EV.
Yeah.
If I had like an EV or like an Uber or like not or like a Tesla, something like that. It's better on gas, but because I drive so much for work anyway, driving so far from Chula Vista to La Jolla, like it's just it's
not worth it anymore.
Yeah,
it's worth it. I'm gonna just do it intentionally. Like if I have something that I want to buy, like I want to buy a pair of Jordans, or I need $500 to take a trip somewhere. I'll do it, get that goal, hit that goal, and then that's it.
Right.
I'm trying to hear about the story.
You got a story?
You texted us on the group chat and was like, boy, do I have a story to tell.
You did. You did.
You remember, right, Mikhail?
Yeah.
I'm trying to hear the story.
Don't back out now. What story you got? You thought we were going to forget. I forgot. Thank God he remembered.
Nah, so Uber's
so
crazy.
What we
brother.
But Lyft, when you do Lyft,
wow,
you get paid a little bit more.
Wow, that was all talk.
you get Lyft, you do a little bit more. So if you're ever thinking about it, Lyft pays more.
We're really gonna dodge the story.
All right, you're gonna tell us later off air.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, this isn't an on-air story anymore. Oh my!
None of my
hyped us up.
Hey,
hyped us up.
Knowing me, none of my stories should be on air.
They should all be on air.
No, not yet.
Hold on. How about this though? How about tell us the story? If you genuinely don't like it, then we can just cut it entirely.
I mean, it's nothing bad. I fell. Like it's just I broke my ass.
Why isn't that? Why can't we tell it anymore?
Yeah. What happened?
You hyped us up so much about it.
You literally were like, boy, do I have a story to tell.
Right.
Because it was funny at the time.
Not so funny anymore.
No, because my fucking tailbone hurts. I can't even sit right.
You got the nice chair. You're good.
I do got the nice chair today. I was really drunk, and I tried to avoid stepping on the kitten.
So you got a cat.
Oh, so this was in your house.
You have a cat in your house? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, a new cat.
Yeah, and I tried to
What's her
avoid
name?
Bulma.
Bulma?
Shout out Bulma from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Dragon Ball Z.
Super dope. Cat's a little bitch though, and
She's a female, so good luck with that.
I usually do good
with the bitches.
That's debatable.
It's the candles. It's the candles.
100%, all the candles.
Anywho, you were trying to avoid stepping on the cat.
I was just trying to avoid stepping on the cat, and I fucking slipped, fell in the shower, knocked all like the curtains, the shower rod, fell straight on my back, landed like a turtle, and I was drunk, so I couldn't get up, couldn't move. I was scared, and I got legit scared, and I couldn't.
Were you
move.
dressed?
Yes.
Okay, at least you had your clothes on. Imagine doing that naked.
Dignity instead of your dick fucking flopped over your belly button.
Anytime I walk in the bathroom, the little kitten just fucking follows me and goes everywhere. So I'm like taking a piss, and then I turn over, I try not to step, and I fucking miss it. I don't step on her, but I fucking fall right in the shower, crack my whole tailbone. Bro, I haven't been able to sit right for a week.
Wow.
Shit hurts. I couldn't breathe the next day because if I took a deep breath, like my tailbone hurt.
Oh no.
That was bad.
Did you ever find the cat that got away?
No, fuck that cat.
Wait, what happened?
This is cat number 2.
This is cat number 2.
What do you mean?
The first cat I got.
Wait,
I wanted to
how
get
long ago was the first cat?
A couple weeks ago.
Oh my god!
He lost the cat.
He lost the cat. Lose a cat.
I lost the cat the day I got it.
How?
Because that cat was fucking retarded. Like,
we talked on the phone about this. I was dying.
Okay,
hold on.
All right, hear me out.
You bought a disabled cat?
I didn't.
Well, I'm glad I didn't give you Oscar then. What the fuck?
I would give Oscar right back and be offended that you would give me that one.
Is that the orange cat?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
My cat would not make it 2 days with him.
You've seen Scar?
That cat, he would probably just hide for a while until he figured out that you feed him, and then he'd be like cool with you.
You seen Bride of Chucky? You know how Chucky's all fucked up because he got cut up? That's what Scar left with the orange cat.
No.
Yeah,
no.
Lindsay, I don't want to say, but you can't be promoting a cat that's on its last leg.
Baby,
your cat looks like Freddy Krueger.
He just needs to be cleaned up, honestly.
Man.
Like,
I don't know. I saw pictures of that cat, and I'm like, who wants to take this cat on right now?
He
That
just
cat needs
needs to be
Jesus.
cleaned up. He needs to be inside, and he needs to be cleaned up. He was an indoor cat and was forced to be outside, and he's not supposed to be outside. He just needs to get cleaned up real good and just live in somebody's house.
A new heart. He needs some new eyes.
No, he's totally fine. He's like a totally.
Have you seen? You get a chance to actually see this guy? Like,
yeah,
he's a grizzly.
I'm like, why is Lindsay promoting this cat that somebody's gonna take and
He's
they're gonna
not-
die 2 weeks later?
Yeah.
He's honestly not that bad.
No,
No,
Lindsay.
he's not. I promise you.
Maybe
Like,
I'm being hip. Maybe I'm being too critical.
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you seen him in person?
No,
You're not.
I might want to shoot that cat.
I know.
I'm sure he's back there. You can poke your head back there. I'm sure.
No.
he's
And
over
I
there.
love animals. I love cats. I love dogs. So the cool thing is my allergy medicine. I'm allergic to cats and dogs. Not as severe as Mikhail. Like I don't get the asthma part of it, but I will get like my eyes will start to get watery. I start sneezing. I start coughing, and especially if they scratch me.
Hold on.
Like getting the cat.
No. I want to get into if there's anything new with being single, any dating, any fun stories. Are you out there? Are you talking to anybody? What's the plan? My boy's single. He's been single for a long time. He said he's trying to put himself out there.
I am. I think.
Are you ready to mingle?
Last we heard from him,
been.
you guys may have seen a reel where he ended up on a weird website.
Yeah.
Are you still getting tricked into the
Transgenders.
I am not.
Transformer websites?
I'm not, you can't call them Transformers.
Why not?
They literally are transforming.
Yes.
All right. No. So I have not. I have not. Spoken,
No.
I have not spoken to anybody that's transforming or doesn't know what they are.
Okay.
Hey, whoa, we can't say that, dude.
That's transforming. That's what Mikhail said.
But you can't say that they don't know what they are.
I don't
Can't know what you are.
That's debatable.
What do you mean? They don't know what they are.
Yeah, if they've decided to be the other person, then they know what they are.
So dating's been.
Oh, gosh.
Transformers.
It's so we can
I
say
have
dating's
not
been going great, huh?
Well, dating's been. I don't know. I just feel like the dating.
You got to
pool-
go to the party.
But that wasn't on some dating shit. That was just like a friend out with my friend.
Right.
And that's a whole other topic that I know we'll get into later. But no, I'm not really. I haven't. If you ask me right now, am I talking to anybody? No. Am I dating anybody? No. Do I want to date? Yeah. I think this year I'm finally ready to date.
So you're
I've been
looking
single by
for
birth,
somebody
but,
to possibly date long term? Are you looking? What are you looking for?
I'm dating with. I would be dating with intention. Yes.
Which
Okay.
gender?
What the fuck do you mean which gender? I like women.
Hey, inquiring minds might want to
Yeah,
know.
it's a good thing to ask.
I fucking have one time where this transgender person gives me their email address. I don't. I like women. Let's just make it clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
We talked about it a little bit, the situation with the email address. And to me, it seems like that person was just really wanting to like protect themselves. And if you're into it, cool, go ahead and contact me.
but like, let's
Okay,
just say like that.
I
night,
understand.
For example,
Right. But in this situation, this person was, I feel, protecting themselves by not telling you face to face, giving you an email address so that you could, look at what they're about, and then you can make that decision to proceed or not. Whereas, in that situation where you're talking face to face with somebody,
I disagree.
maybe they've had very negative reactions where somebody has punched them. Hey, I'm transgender. And then that person is just like automatically freaked out. So, I mean, I get it like both
Because
ways.
if we're out, right, and then we're talking to somebody and they say, "Hey,"
I'm
just so
talking
you
about the first time
know-
you just
I
met
know,
this
I know,
person.
Like the first time we met, let's just say like tonight we go out and we meet like a group of people, and one of them is transgender. If they say from the jump, "Hey, I'm trans," cool. Doesn't mean we're gonna stop talking to them. Doesn't mean we're gonna not.
But you have to look at
have
it. You
beers
just
with
have to
them,
look
but,
at it
like-
from the perspective of the transgender person. They don't know who is going to be cool with
Yeah.
it and who's not going to be cool with it.
Sure.
So then lie about it.
No, they're not lying about it. They're waiting
They're
to.
portraying to be something else,
They're
Well,
right?
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Did you ever ask her? Or
Yeah.
No,
them?
no.
Like,
Are you asking?
a
Are you
woman?
out there asking people? Like,
Like,
I mean,
hey,
that's
Lindsay,
the
nice to
only
meet you. Are
other
you a
way to
female?
like avoid it.
Because we don't.
Oh, and also, can we make it clear that it was a woman? Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't, it was not trans. I know
She
the
was a
clip,
woman,
The clip
yes,
made it
she
seem
is a
like it
woman.
was a trans,
Uh-huh.
but it was actually yes, it
Yeah.
was a woman. Her name, I don't want to say her name.
Yeah.
But after I looked up the username, and yes, I found out it was a actual woman.
How do you know that?
Yeah, so then what was the link about?
You're right. I guess I don't know, but like everything
Debunked.
Just curious,
when I
just
looked up
curious.
the username
Sorry.
and like everything that came up, I was like,
One
oh,
question.
like no, like I found her. What's this shit called? I found other stuff that I was like, okay, like this seems like
DNA
a
test?
woman. I didn't do a DNA test. I mean, yeah, I guess you never know, right? But when I looked up the username, it took me to her Pinterest. It took me to all kinds of like other things that led to me to believe, and it brought up her real name, and I was like, oh, like okay, this is a woman. I think I
Was
don't
it Michael
know.
Howard? What was her real name?
Dwight Howard. You talking about Dwight Howard?
It was like Aubrey or something.
Aubrey Graham.
One of those either way names.
No,
Right?
I don't remember
Leslie.
the name. No, it was like
Well, there's a lot of men in the in the UK that are named Leslie.
Yeah, the R&B singer.
no, it was like very it was like Vanessa. It wasn't Vanessa, but it was like something like that. So it could have been a lie. I don't know.
Sure.
But do I don't know. If I'm ever in that situation again, I would like for the trans person to say, "Hey, I'm trans."
But look, okay, I
It's
understand.
like, it was like when the dude hit on me. In
I
Uber.
understand what you're saying.
Completely, yeah.
I don't think it's a
Hold
realistic
on, hold on.
expectation.
Let me
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
let me cook a little bit.
Do we not think it's realistic?
Cook.
I don't
cook,
think
cook,
I
Meatloaf.
don't think it's realistic because if trying to put myself in a trans person's like point of view,
Yeah.
I think the way that it played out, let's say that person was trans, you're saying it's not. I understand that.
Right.
But let's say it was, the way that they did that was a way for them to not necessarily have to deal with it directly with still getting
The point across.
a way to
Yeah.
check if you're okay with it or not. So you look up the email
I can
and
see
it
that.
says trans website or whatever email.
So then you can decide if you wanted to send that email or not.
You'll get you'll either get the hint that
Yeah.
it was a subtle like they're checking to see if I was cool with it,
Yeah.
or you'll decide you don't want to deal with it. Either way, she doesn't or he doesn't have to deal with the consequences in face to face because
Yeah.
those could be violent.
I guess because me being how I am, I wouldn't get violent if
And-
you would
and
have said
you're-
it I'm trans. I'm
You're
like,
totally
cool.
valid
But
for
that's-
that.
get a
right.
beer.
You're
I don't
valid.
care
You're
if you're
valid.
trans.
But that's
valid.
you. But
Yeah, I get
that's
that.
you.
I
I
get
mean,
that.
there's
Both could be
lots of
valid.
people
Yeah.
who would do the opposite and get really upset.
telling
But that's
me
different.
that
That's
you're a woman.
different.
Jordan print on their face.
Right. I
You
mean,
are
but that's
telling me
different.
you're a
That's also
woman.
like if you were going into a situation where you knew that you were going to eventually harm that person, or like, just you're portraying something that is not true, and this person thinks, "Oh, I'm about to hit a vagina," and then they don't.
I don't
Or,
want to go
you
into
know,
it and be like, oh, I'm about to take that shit down, and then there's a fucking bottle
Exactly.
Yeah.
there.
I would
don't
I
wanna
would
do
No,
that.
hope
and I think that
No.
there is a responsibility at a certain point to make that clear.
let them know like, hey,
Yeah.
just
can't
so
do
we're
that.
on the
Yeah.
same page.
You can't do that though
yeah.
because
Yeah.
then wouldn't that make you trans hate if like
No,
they
no,
don't tell you?
No,
and
no,
then-
no. They should. I would hope, and I hope if anyone's listening, if they
We
can.
mean no offense to anybody.
No.
Yeah.
Not just that, but
Yeah.
I would love to hear insight on educating or just giving some sort of insight on how do they approach that if they do
True.
I
present
think-
themselves
Translating, like-
as
I
maybe
think-
female and they speak with a male
Right.
and the vibes are awesome. They're getting off. At
So,
what point
I
is there
think-
etiquette? Hold on. Is there etiquette for them to like?
Yes.
And what does that look like?
I
I
think-
want to hear from them.
Right. I
I would
think
love to hear that. Like,
personally,
you know
I
it?
think
That'd
it's
be sick.
a thing where you are starting to build trust with that person.
I'm talking about one nighters. Like,
Oh, and I
you're-
don't,
Yeah,
but
we're
I don't,
single.
I don't think that these people necessarily have the ability to do just one nighters like that, unless you're at a spot that is known
I want to
for
hear.
picking up this kind of
Maybe
people.
I want to hear. I mean, I don't know.
I'd be open to listening to like a
I want to hear from them.
like what is
because
trans
No,
dating?
because
I,
again,
I would
it's-
love to know more.
right,
about
because
that.
again, it's if you're doing a one night stand thing and you end up going to somebody's house or even to your own house and this person isn't aware,
Yeah.
that could turn very bad.
exactly. So
Right.
I have a friend that happened to.
What does that look like? And at what point, like, what's the etiquette for that? Because I would love to, like, maybe even talk about it more openly and inform, like, just to put it out there as common knowledge.
Right.
Like, hey, like, it's okay to just be like, at some point, like,
Right.
I just want to be sure, like, we're good.
Right,
or
but I mean,
when does that come
as
up?
a,
Like,
as
does that
a,
come up?
Exactly.
Because that's
Exactly.
fine with anybody anytime
right,
you're out.
Yeah.
as a
When does
dude,
it come
as
up?
3 dudes here who have probably picked up chicks at bars.
Uh-huh.
Number one, have you
Whoa.
ever run
Never. I've never done
into
that.
somebody? Okay. Number two, do you feel like you need to ask, are you a female?
No.
Okay, then why the fuck is it a problem?
Well, because I can see their titties.
Well, the thing is, we would be talking to them under the
Impression.
right.
the impression that we think you're a female.
But are we wrong to assume that?
No, because they're
we
coming
wrong
up
to
with
if they're
that.
presenting as a
presenting
female,
themselves
no.
as female.
Right.
I think there's concerns that are valid on both sides. I think
Mhm.
Lindsay brings up a good point about the safety because you don't know
Yes,
how
that's a very good point.
you know how
Yeah.
people
Right.
are gonna you know how people are
Yes.
gonna react.
And I
some
think-
people,
I agree.
right.
if they're drinking at
And
a
I
bar,
think that
for
most
sure,
of these
for
people
sure.
are navigating a world where they are a lot more times not going into situations where they are having a one night. I mean anybody can do anything they want, of course, right? But I think that for the sake of safety, a lot of these people are protecting themselves more than just like, you know, I'm gonna wing it and see if this guy's down. Like, I don't think that that's like realistic for those.
but in your example, you said that this person had never
We
like,
gotta be careful to say my example because I never hooked up with a trans.
No, I never said
We
you
gotta,
did.
like,
No,
make
no,
that
no, no, I
clear.
never
No,
said
this,
you did.
this is a
okay.
hypothetical.
Oh, okay.
No. The story that you told
Don't we have a
Yeah,
story about Sal
weeks ago.
and TJ?
Hey, that's different. Okay, that's different. That's TJ. There's no laws over there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Are you gonna fuck
Hold
this
on, let
fool
him
tonight?
finish. Let him finish his thing.
So
So
a dude, right?
when I say your story, I mean what you told us like
Yeah.
a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Where you're talking to this person at the bar.
Right.
Nothing happens.
No.
Gives you the email, and then you visit the website, and you can decide if you want to engage or not. That in that scenario, that person, male or female, they never. I feel like they never crossed the line. Like they never kissed you.
Yeah, I don't think they did
never
anything
tried to
wrong.
like take you home with them.
Right.
They sent you. They gave you the email. You found out that they might be a transgender. They might not, and then it was up to you,
Mhm.
right?
I don't think she was. I will stand by. I don't think she was a trans because she had little feet. The ones were little.
There are a lot of guys
Keep
with
in
little
mind,
feet.
Yeah.
Nah, but little foot is like what 8.5, 9.5. That's little foot.
I don't know. It just depends on the guy.
But the
you know
girl,
what I mean?
no, she was proportioned. Her ones were small.
Then okay. So then why did it? Sure. So then why did the email lead to that kind of website?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just telling myself like that. I don't know.
Well, that's a question.
It's possible,
for-
right? Maybe it was a trans and I fell for it.
Yeah.
I know people who have fell for it, and it's gotten further for other people.
Sure.
Like so they found out when the fucking lights are on, lights are off, we're about to hook up, and you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's not supposed to be there.
Right.
Yeah, I heard about the story. Shout out to him. I'm not gonna bring him up, say his name, but yeah, because I felt like I've ran into one of my friends at recently, and I was telling him the story about the pod. He's like, "Yeah, I heard you guys' pod. I heard about your story."
Yes.
And I was telling him, I was like, "Yeah, like this is what happened." He's
Wait,
like,
they saw the real.
"Yeah, they saw the real."
Dope.
And I was like, "Yeah, like this is what happened." And he's like, "Bro, I have a similar story." And he was telling me what happened.
Uh-huh.
And like for him, it was like she was sending me pictures. I was sending her pictures. We set up a time that we were gonna meet up, and then I met up. Lights were off. She's like, "Just come inside." And I walk in the room, turn the lights on. She had a fucking
Hard on.
hard on. He's like, "I ran out of there so fast."
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
some people just aren't into that,
Yeah.
And it's
No,
I
but-
understand
Yeah.
it's hard for them to kind of get a feel for who's down and who's not.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
think
guess that's
just
just
be
part of it right
honest.
now.
Just be honest, right? Like I feel like this. If everybody was just be honest.
Right.
If I'm talking to you and you're like, "I'm a dude,"
As soon as someone gets
Yeah.
a sense that you're flirting with them,
Yeah, you can't.
maybe
you can't open
that's
with that.
maybe that's the point in a way that's cool. I don't know what that looks
I
like.
don't know, I'm so bad at flirting. I don't know when someone's flirting with me. I'm so bad at it.
You're bad at flirting or knowing when.
I'm bad at knowing when someone's flirting with me. Because I'm just like, "Oh, we have that in common. Oh, that's dope. I like that album too." Like
Yeah.
we're just talking. I
Yeah.
don't know that this girl's trying to like talk to me.
I don't know if I believe that.
Unless I'm drunk. Then everybody wants me.
Yeah. You think
If-
everybody's flirting with you?
When I'm drunk, the Jack in the Box
Everybody
girl,
wants your shit.
she wants me. When
I'm
drunk,
oblivious.
Yeah.
I just think I'm just talking to people. Like I just talk.
Well, I mean,
I think it's is that a Virgo thing? Like we're just super friendly, right? Like I get along with
Nah.
everybody. Like I just
Nah.
I don't think
No?
so.
I don't consider.
How do you say? What do you think?
Well, I don't know too many Virgos. You guys are both Virgos.
Baby Cake's a Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's pretty
Daniela's
friendly.
a
He's pretty
Virgo.
friendly.
Val's a Virgo.
Val.
So then maybe. So
We're
then
friendly.
you and Eddie, I feel, are very friendly, but I
Yeah.
don't feel like Daniela and Lindsay are very friendly.
They're
And
more
I
judgmental.
I don't mean that they're not friendly people, but they don't present a very friendly person because they're pretty guarded. Like you have
Yeah,
to
very
earn their
aware.
trust, and you have to kind of like earn their respect before they start.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because fuck all these bitches.
That's
kidding.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm definitely a person that is like, okay, I want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable
Yeah.
in the situation and that everybody feels welcome. I don't ever want anybody to feel like an outsider type of thing. But also, like, if I don't like you, I'm definitely going to like make it known that I don't like you, or I'm going to like make it a point to not interact with you.
Sure.
I'm not going to just act like I'm
Yeah.
fake.
I think I'm just I'm very non-confrontational. Like if I don't fuck with you, then cool. Like, I just don't like you. That's fine. We don't have to.
I also wear like my emotions on my face, and sometimes I really just can't fucking help it. And some people just do some shit where I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
But have you ever been in a situation where you thought you were being friendly and the person was flirting with you?
Yes.
So then you can't really
Yeah.
distinguish the two.
No.
Yeah.
And that's the question.
No, but being no,
Because-
it's a thing. It's a thing of me being a female, and like me, like I have a wedding ring on. You
Doesn't
know,
matter.
like no, it doesn't matter. But to me, in my head, I'm innocent because I'm just having a conversation with somebody. I have a husband. I know like my boundaries, whatever. But it's always how the other person is perceiving it, and then I'm afterwards. I'm like, oh, whoa, that's weird. Like,
Yeah,
you
sure.
know. But I just like. I personally am acting on good faith, but not everybody else acts on this.
But also, you guys have been married
10
many
years,
years?
almost 10 years.
Almost
10
10.
years.
We'll
Right,
be
so you guys
married
have been
10 years in December.
So you guys haven't been single for at least over 10 years.
No.
Mhm.
But
Me and Sal,
yeah.
we've been single for a long time. It's hard.
No,
right?
no, no,
like,
no,
it's
no, no.
weird.
Nah. I
Right,
might
like,
be 10 years out the
dating-
game, but
yeah.
I know damn well when someone's flirting with me.
Really?
And I can indulge in listening to them. I can allow
Yeah.
them to continue to talk to me. That's fine. But as soon as I recognize they're flirting with me, let's say in the situation now, I'm married.
You pop the ring out. You're like,
No. I just know
He's like,
how,
I put it away.
I just know how I need to steer the conversation from there.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
paying attention. You perked up.
Yeah.
Keep
Look
perking
at
up.
Lizzie, look at Lizzie.
Yeah, get a notepad. So as soon as I recognize,
also-
hold on, let me finish.
but also it's when I'm drunk.
Let me finish. So
This podcast is about great
as
men
soon
being
as
great
I
men.
recognize someone's flirting with me, I know how to steer this conversation. Because I know she may throw in a couple like little hints
You
at
gotta
shit.
swat them away.
I need to Matumbo. No. Swat them away.
Matumbo.
Act like I didn't hear some shit.
Yeah.
Talk about some more friendly shit. Be cool. I don't want her to feel bad.
Right.
And just
I
continue.
fuck that. Let her feel bad.
No.
She
I don't
knows
want.
you're married.
I don't want no one to feel bad.
Stupid bitch.
No. Because a lot of times,
I'm playing.
this shit
Bad, Lizzie.
could be friendly. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just I don't want to hurt no one's feelings out of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I know that they're flirting, now I just know how to go accordingly.
I think I've had situations where I know, okay, yeah, this girl is flirting. This girl is trying to get at me.
There you go.
And it's great, but there's also been other times where I wasn't aware.
Sure, some are
But you-
more discreet
Some are
about
very
it.
discreet.
You kind of
yeah.
made it seem in the beginning that you like
You're totally oblivious.
You rarely know. I would say for me, 9
It's
times
probably
out
like
of 10,
it's probably like
I
50
know.
It's probably
You
like
know,
50,
dude.
50.
9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
and the 10th, the exception might be they're just really weird and they don't know how to flirt.
Exactly.
But 9 times out of 10,
Oh, that's my. That's I
9
like
times
that.
out of
Give me a
10,
quirk,
I
know.
a quirk.
And
and
there-
like Mikhail said, I can now choose to either
Indulge?
indulge
Or not.
or do
So-
things to like push them away.
So here's the thing.
That's why
I
people
know-
can get super upset
Listen.
when they indulge.
Right.
Because I know your ass indulged. No, I'm not saying to you.
You
I'm just saying.
indulged.
I'm just saying. I'm just
But
saying.
listen,
For anyone out there who can relate,
Yeah.
I get it.
there are times where it's very obvious when people are flirting with me, and I absolutely am like, like shut it down.
But I like
you
to
know,
be straight up. I love
but
the
there
straight
are
up.
those other times like I think we're thinking of the same exact situation.
Sure. Yeah.
When we were out last time.
Yes, we've had a hiccup.
Yes. But I was drunk.
I will drop
and
him.
I just started talking to this guy about a band that I like.
But can I?
Right.
How honest can we be?
We would have fucked
Was
him
this
up.
recent?
We would've
well,
fucked him
and
up.
Yeah, we were in
just
La
so then
South.
I
With me?
Shooting pool.
Nope.
With me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
ran
at Pete's
I
place.
get really defensive when like
not
people
Pete's
are
place.
talking
What's
like-
the other
like
one? Regal.
I don't know.
friends,
We were at
like
Regal.
girlfriends.
Oh yeah, this was
Marcus.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Marcus.
No, and I later after you
I'll
were
drop
like,
Marcus.
"Hey, are you okay?"
There was one specific thing you did that
I
crossed
didn't
the
know that.
line.
I didn't know
Oh,
that happened that night.
I reached out to him.
Yeah, you
His
don't
leg.
do that. What are you doing?
Oh, his leg?
You touched his leg?
You touched his leg.
Whoa, his third leg.
All right,
Whoa.
hold on. Before we get crazy, I'm not upset about it anymore.
Okay.
But let's have fun and analyze.
Yes.
What?
But
It's
as
all
soon
good.
as-
How
All
far
fun.
over the line is that? If
but
that's your
That's
girl,
all-
how
that's all.
far over the line?
And he,
I'm
as
bringing
soon
up
as,
with
I'm killing her.
How
as
far
soon
over
as
the
he-
line?
I'm bringing up with you.
Okay,
as
go
soon
ahead.
as he
Touch legs,
saw
go
it,
touch legs all you want.
he
By
looked
yourself.
Dead.
As soon as he saw it, he made sure to get my attention and was like, "Are you okay?" And then immediately I was like, "Nope, not okay," and like got
Hold
out
on.
the
You
situation.
You realize?
I let
did
it-
you realize right away? Oh shit! I fucked up.
Nah, I let it play out a little
But that's
bit.
even- but
I
that's
let
even
it
a
play out
good-
a little bit.
That's even a good response on Miklo's part. Like he didn't pull her aside and be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, like we're leaving."
I didn't blow
He's
her
like,
up.
he's like,
Because there-
"Are you-
there's-
are you okay?"
But I
There
didn't
is a
blow her up.
trust.
I
There
think
is
all
a
of us
trust there.
are
You
very-
know.
I think all of us are very much too. Don't fight in public,
Yeah.
right? Like
Try not to.
like-
Try not to.
Well, try,
Oh, you
well,
mean
in a relationship.
relationships. I thought
Yeah.
you meant other people.
Never in public.
Try
Yeah.
not to.
Try not to argue in public.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I get it.
take that shit home. We'll talk about it when we get home.
Yeah.
Shit happens
I think-
in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
And I get that.
We try not
Right.
to. We definitely try not to argue in front of the kids.
Sure.
Oh,
yeah.
for
You
sure,
know,
for sure,
like
for sure.
that's
That's
like
good.
a no
But
thing.
in that situation, mind you, this was fairly recent, within a year. So for me to completely like kamikaze, I mean that this I can honestly say that'd probably be like maybe the first thing. I can't think of another one. So I'm saying maybe the first thing
Yeah.
out of like 9-8 years.
Yeah.
So I want to give
This
the
was
benefit of the
also-
doubt,
Right.
but the leg touch to
There was
me
a line crossed.
super out of pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
And to me like that's to me like an intention. Maybe you didn't even realize you did it.
Mm-mm.
Why didn't you tell me, man? I had a pool stick in my hand.
I would have
Nah,
fucking dropped.
I would have
No.
taken care of that guy.
No,
Like rush hour.
I know
What?
that's not how Mikhail is.
I don't
And
want
this guy was like way younger than us too. Like he
Oh,
was
man.
not like
he even tried to play the whole like thing where he asked where I was from or whatever, and I said
He banged on you?
the South Bay, Chula
He banged
Vista.
on you, bro. You should have dropped
And
him.
nah, he was a little like punker kid or whatever
Oh,
the
okay.
fuck.
That would have been a fair fight.
No.
Yeah, I definitely
It's never a
was
fucking fair
nothing.
fight, okay?
Nothing I was worried about. But regardless, even if he was like the most handsome dude, whatever, whoever you could think of in your head,
no, babe.
I
You're
still
the
put-
most handsome dude.
no,
You goddamn
I
right.
still put it
There you
on.
go,
I
Lizzie.
still put it on my girl to
Yeah.
deal with that.
Mhm.
Just like I would hope that if I get caught in a precarious position with another girl, she can get mad at the chick all she wants, but that was me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
But
the
you own
one
it,
that
yeah, you own it.
allowed myself to be put in that spot, allowed myself to indulge in behind closed door conversations, hidden conversations, or
Right.
whatever. So to me, if I'm gonna come at anybody, I'm gonna come at her. But
Yeah.
but I did it in a way that if I were to go in on her, that it wasn't so
Yeah.
crazy. But I did want to stress that what you did to me was super out of pocket. I did not like that, and whether you realize it or not, I'm gonna say you're responsible for that. That's
But
not okay.
that's healthy communication.
No, but I
That's what makes your guys' relationship
This is-
work, is that you guys can have that.
so this is
Sure.
I've been in similar situations with girls that I've dated that are very friendly, right? And there's nothing wrong with being very friendly.
Right.
But there have been times where they cross the line.
Mhm.
And what I got back from them was like, oh, well, I didn't know that this person was doing A, B, and C.
Mhm.
Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But
Mhm.
at a certain point, the onus is on you,
Exactly.
right? And that's
You
where
got to be aware.
Yeah.
you have to, right? Because I'm aware when it
Exactly.
happens to me, and you
Right.
have to shut it down. So there have been times where I'm like, yeah, but there was a point where you should have known,
Right.
Yeah.
right? And I'm no longer talking about this person. We're talking about us.
Yeah.
And so that's where like, it's like I guess there's that fine line.
There's a choice at some point. They're
Yeah.
gonna be like, I don't want to be rude. Well, it's either you don't want to be rude to this person, random,
Mm-hmm.
who's-
Because you care about his feelings,
Or
or
do
about
you-
my feelings.
yeah.
or do you
Yeah.
not want to be rude to your actual partner?
Yeah.
That
and
was
if that means
right.
abort mission, sorry,
I mean,
uncomfortable. I gotta go. You know,
You-
like, oh well.
when we first started going out. You pretty much taught me, like, you don't have to talk to everybody.
Sure, yeah.
If somebody's talking to you, you don't have to fucking talk to them.
Well, this wasn't even in a flirting sense. This
No,
is just
right. Just
random
because
people.
I'm a nice person.
Very
And
friendly, very friendly.
yeah,
Yeah.
and these, so people would come up to me, and there was one instance where I was at the grocery store and I was loading my groceries in the car, and this guy just started talking to me. And I'm like, okay,
That's
like
weird.
talking to him. And I came home and I told him, and he's like, well, why do you even have to talk to him? You could have just ignored him. And I was like,
But that's
oh,
not. I don't think that's on you. I think that's a mentality that me and Mikhail have had for a long time. Like
Yeah.
I know when you first started coming around and we would go out, you were very social.
Yeah.
But not. You never did anything like wrong or
No.
disrespectful.
No,
but
no.
that was different to
Yeah.
me and him. And
Big time.
Like
I think it's also like,
I was like, that's
you
not
know,
how
you
we
guys,
roll.
At all.
you guys
At all.
have like grown up heavy on the Hispanic kind of mindset of like, that's my girl, you know, that's
no,
my.
it's not even that.
We're not
it's
about
not even
you.
that.
No, I don't think we're. I don't
It
think
has
none of
nothing
us
to
are
do with that.
like
For
what
us,
you
we've had a
know.
really, really tight circle since high school.
Yeah.
And we don't really go too far outside of that.
Right.
So when we see
But
other
then-
people do it, it throws us off.
But whereas like me, like I'm, you know, the white girl from, you know, that just
Wherever.
literally talks to everybody. And
But there have been times where you've had conversations with people and they've led to like really fun, cool, interesting conversations.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
we've made like friends.
yeah,
Just random bars.
Yeah.
Just
with
random,
friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's cool too.
Marcus,
Yeah.
shout out Marcus.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in this particular case, someone was asking me for money at a gas station. And this is when we're early on dating. I still had the Eclipse. And
Oh, I
I told her, I'm like, no thanks. I don't have any cash. And then she's like, well, why not? Why can't you just go inside? And I was like, because I said, no, bitch, get the fuck away from me.
And
Wait,
I'm
the
sitting in
person
the car.
asked you-
She pressed
Yeah.
me after I said,
That's the
gr-
Mikhail I know.
Wow.
Yes.
and in my point of view, I was super nice to turn her down.
Yeah.
I said, sorry, no thank
No
you. I don't
cash.
even have any
Sorry,
cash.
no
Yeah.
thank you. Those are all nice
But
words.
then when
Yeah.
she got the balls to press me, well, then why not go inside? Well, then I'm like, all right.
Bitch, this
Well,
is
then you're gonna
Yeah.
get balls back,
And I'm
and it's
sitting.
gonna be like,
that's
no,
wild
bitch.
that she said that.
Exactly. I thought the
Well,
same
go
thing.
inside and take money
Are
out of
you
your bank account.
crazy?
So I'm
Ask the
sitting in the
Mikhail
car
I know.
Are
and
you
I hear
crazy?
and I hear the interaction, and he gets in the car, and I was like,
man.
I can't believe you just said that to her. And he's like, fuck that.
Right.
See, but that's a reaction that I would have given too,
Right.
and he would have been 100% okay with that.
I understand it.
He would
I
have been
get
like,
it.
okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I got
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even crazy. I just met her with the same energy.
And like,
Yeah.
you're
That
not a
she gave
small
me.
guy.
Sure.
And like, what the
I
fuck?
wouldn't do nothing,
Why
but-
did she feel okay to pop off like that? Like, that was
and
pretty
the
wild.
shitty-
Cocaine is a
I
hell
just
of a drug.
imagine she'll probably pop
Drugs?
off on that old lady at the gas station, that old man, that
That'll fall for it.
our parents.
Yeah, he'll
she'll
fall for
probably
it.
press on them. So I want to give her a negative interaction with that.
Yeah,
so
I
that
like
she
The
that.
doesn't
last
want
time
to do
I
it
did
again.
that, it didn't work out.
She might not want to
Yes.
deal with that again.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
hopefully
yeah.
she'll think twice. So at least that's how I think about it when I.
I remember one time there was a person begging for money on a corner, and I went through McDonald's and I got like an extra cheeseburger for him, and I gave him the cheeseburger,
Uh-huh.
and the person looked at me like I was crazy.
Well, what the fuck do they want then?
So I gave them the cheeseburger, and they looked at me like I was outside my mind, and was
Yeah.
like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Well, you're hungry, right? You're asking for money for food,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "I don't want this." And my response wasn't very nice.
What'd you say?
That's wild.
Yeah, my response wasn't very nice.
What's a paraphrased version of what you said?
I said, well, then fuck that cheeseburger, and F you too,
Like,
like
is mine, bitch.
because that showed me
Yes.
real quick they just
Yeah.
wanted money
Yeah.
for drugs,
For
and I'm
drugs.
like, dude, I'm trying to
Yeah.
give you food, I'm trying to help you out, I'm trying
Right.
to give you.
You
a
didn't have to
lifeline.
do that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't, and it was a $1
It's the
cheeseburger.
worst. It's the worst feeling
But-
because you feel like you're doing something nice.
Yes.
To look at me like I'm crazy for trying to
Yeah.
give you food,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, F you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That happened to me and Daryl. We were at City College, maybe like 2011, 2010, maybe. We went to Hodad's in downtown, had lunch, and then we had leftover fries.
Mm.
And we were walking back to campus, and there was a homeless dude. He was like, "Hey, man, like I'm hungry. Like, you guys have any money?" And we were like, "No, we don't have any money." But Daryl had a bag of fries. And I was like, "Here, bro, like you can have my fries." He looked at Daryl and he was like, "I have potatoes at home. Like, I want money."
He
And
said
Daryl-
that?
Yeah. And Daryl was like, "What?" Like, fuck you then. He fucking threw the bag of potatoes.
Dude.
Wow.
Like, it was like,
Yeah.
the guy was so offended that we were giving him food. And he was like, I have potatoes at home. And me and Daryl are looking at each other like, what did he just say? Like, home? You're sitting in the corner, dusty and
No,
dirty, asking
yeah.
for money. You have a home?
There's
Like,
a
what do you
guy
mean?
that I don't know if he's still, but outside of the 7-Eleven who like dresses nicely, like this black guy, but he's out there asking for money. Get the fuck out of my face, fool! Like,
Didn't it come
mixed
out that
signals.
some of those people had like 6-figure homes?
yeah,
I don't know.
Getting in
I
their
just look at
Mercedes.
I look at the shoes.
Yeah,
I look at their shoes. Because if you're not homeless, then your shoes are going to be dirty.
What if they're in a wheelchair and their
And they have
shoes
dirty shoes.
are dirty?
You know, I heard a story about a guy
Wow.
that one time.
Wow, what a setup. You giving
Wait,
me
what
the
was the
olive-
story? No, no, I was curious. What's the story?
There was like, I guess in high school, there was a guy in a wheelchair who had dirty shoes.
Yeah.
And then somebody asked the guy in the wheelchair, like, how the fuck are your shoes dirty? Like, you don't walk or something like that. That's how. What the fuck? That's how I heard. That's how I remember the story. I don't know if that's what happened.
Who asked that question?
Mikhail, have you ever heard that story?
Who
about
would
the
ask
guy
a
in the
question
wheelchair?
like that?
I've heard that story. I wasn't even there. I heard that story.
I may have asked that question before, and I love. We couldn't even get like, was this our 6th episode before repeating this fucking story?
We haven't even hit
Goddamn.
the topic yet.
Oh my god!
Hey, honestly,
This one we need Richie.
honestly,
We need Richie for this story.
kind of a valid question though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
He's valid. It was a
in
valid
hindsight,
question.
it does seem
You
a little
don't
messed
walk.
up.
How are your shoes dirty?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like getting the hand job from a deaf girl. You know her hands go crazy.
What is wrong with you?
We're getting canceled. We're getting canceled.
Never mind.
You can't sandwich both of those
Imagine-
things together, dude.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't even know if that story even has like aired yet, but I could have sworn we've talked about it already.
That was on the canceled episode. We talked about a lot that episode. That
Oh, that was the canceled one.
Yeah.
The hidden episode, yeah.
yeah.
So okay,
Shout out Sweetwater. I love you, bro.
who was with me? Who was with me at that
Richie.
point?
It was
There
Richie.
only Richie.
I feel like Richie is the
no, I feel
None
like I
of
was,
you guys were right there when I asked that question.
were we walking up the ramp?
We were in the quad area when he rolled by.
Okay, I wasn't with you. I
Why
thought-
is that funny? He legitimately was
When he
rolling
rolled
by.
Can we put? Can we
Why
put
do we
on-
gotta laugh about that?
Can we insert music here?
He literally
Ludacris-
said-
It's the
Ludacris
way you
roll out?
said it.
He
that
literally
he
said what happened. Like
rolled
no
by.
no fabrication. And we
Yeah.
laugh.
Insert
Right.
music here.
I-
Ludacris roll out.
Oh my God.
Limp
Okay, if it
Bizkit
was in the quad,
rolling.
I wasn't with you. I thought it was
Okay.
up the ramp to the auxiliary.
I think it was just you and
classrooms.
I think it was just you and Richie. 'Cause I know Richie has told this story,
Yes.
at least to us. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's fucking funny. When he says
Okay.
it.
Well, at some point, I guess it'd be funny to hear his point of view on that story without hearing what I say
He tells
about
it
it.
way funnier.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Well, we got to do that at some point.
We
You know
gotta
what?
get Richie on here.
Who got you? Got your Richie's number?
I'm on Instagram. I don't know
See
if
if
he'll
he'll
answer.
answer real quick. Man, this would be great.
You know what? I don't have the Instagram on this phone.
Alright.
I only have the Akira Instagram on here.
Dude, stop being a
So
bitch.
is Elon a Nazi or what?
No, he's a troll. We talked
Hold
about
on,
this
hold
last
on. Let
yesterday.
me call Richie real quick.
That'd be dope if he answers.
Bro, people are so outraged with that.
Elon's such a troll.
How long
He's
was the
not a Nazi,
speech?
but he's a
3.5
troll.
minutes? It wasn't long.
I don't know, but he
Three-
knew what he was
three-
doing.
Yeah, it was like
He
3.5
knew what
It
he
was like 3.5 minutes, right? It wasn't long.
He knew what he was doing, or like we talked about.
Well,
maybe he didn't.
there's a
What's
video.
what's Richie's IG?
half HAPH.
At
PH. HAL?
Pioneer or something? No, I thought he changed it.
No, HALPH.
How do you
Yeah.
call?
Yeah,
How do you
hell.
call on?
Go
Go
to
to
message?
messaging,
Yeah.
and then in the top corner of like the message.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to get a lifelong friend on the air who we went to high school with, who is going to tell us their version
everybody knows Richie.
of the story that Mikhail is referencing about asking a handicapped person in a wheelchair why his shoes were dirty.
Don't you set me
That
up.
sounds bad saying.
Yeah, you set me up totally dirty right there.
I love you, Mikhail, but it wasn't a good look, brother.
Richie.
Oh
It's
my
Mikhail,
God.
what do you
he
mean?
answered.
Which Macau?
Get the fuck out
Motherfucker,
of
there's
here.
only one Mikhail.
Hey, that's honestly kind of dope if you know more than one. That's honestly kind of sick. But I just have a quick question for you. Hopefully you're not busy. And I do want to put it out there. I am recording episode 6 right now. I'm in the middle of it, and a story has come up that if the story goes right, it's just me and you in this story, and everyone needs another point of view to see like how fucked up I was in this or not. So hopefully you remember it and you can kind of tell it from your point of view. Okay?
Yeah.
Wait, Can we talk about shit in the backpack?
Okay, hold no. We're not
Oh.
talking about that right now.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Sal, can you
Want me to lay it out?
yeah, can you set up the story? Because
All
I
right,
don't want to
Richie.
put any bias on me.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Makai's an
All right,
asshole
so
in the story.
Richie, we were talking about I don't know how the topic came up about disabled people's shoes being dirty that are in wheelchairs, but somehow it came up.
Bro!
And
Put the phone closer to the mic.
and we recount a story that Mikhail.
Wait, go back. Because I had it in my headphones because I was doing something.
Okay.
The only thing I heard right now was wheelchair and shoes dirty.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all, honestly, you really...
So
that's all you need to know, honestly.
Tell us the story in high school about Mikhail asking you a question about a handicapped kid's. Why are his shoes dirty if he's in a wheelchair?
The little fat kid in the wheelchair.
Bro, that's fucked up.
Why is that fucked up? He's fat.
Oh my.
He's a little fat kid, a little fat disabled kid.
Richie, we're on air right now, so
probably got hella
tell us how
benefits.
you recall the story.
I can't even post that.
I honestly don't. I recall the story. I don't.
Richie, you remember the story.
Hold on, let him talk. Go ahead, Richie.
I just remember a kid roll. I remember the kid vividly. I remember the kid's face. Like, you know how like it happened so long ago. It was just like flashes. I just know like
He rolled on by.
yeah. And Mikhail was just like, I don't understand how a kid has dirty shoes when he's in a wheelchair.
But they were nice Jordans.
Right, but what was your response? Don't you?
I don't remember.
No, you blew me up.
Because the story is that you were like, Mikhail, how could you say that?
Not really. I kind of fell out. I was like, God damn.
Oh my God, you blew me up.
Hey, Richie,
I
you're.
was on bullshit time too, so I probably fell out. I was like, yeah, that's true. Like, how are shoes dirty?
It's a valid question, right?
But you gotta think about it. Like I started thinking, cause I go back to that shit. I bring that shit up to like coworkers sometimes.
Break
like,
it
man,
down. Break it down.
I had a friend one time who like dogged out this kid in a wheelchair because he had dirty shoes. He's like, I don't get why he got dirty shoes. He can't walk.
He said he tells his coworkers.
It's not like he's scraping his heels.
No, it's like you just be chilling. You know how you chopping shit with your coworkers. So after you say the story, it gets quiet and stuff. So I start thinking, I'm like, how does he have dirty shoes? But I'm like, family was just picking him up and just dragging him around and shit. And shoes just dragging on the floor. And shit.
You said he's
like,
dragging.
He's making it worse.
Why?
Maybe when they put him to bed, they put him to bed with shoes on? They put him to bed with his shoes on?
Put him in bed with shoes on. Well, shit, I'm not gonna bend down and take your shoes off. I might as well lay you down in the bed.
Oh, you're making it so much worse, Richie.
Oh my God.
Hey, Richie, was anybody else with you two, or was it just you two?
Daryl was probably there.
Yeah. Oh man.
Bullshit too. Daryl said some bullshit. But McCall was always on bullshit. Man, McCall was shit.
That's the thing. People don't realize that about Mikhail.
Hey, Richie. Yeah, Richie. Yes or no? Is Mikhail not one of the biggest instigators ever?
Instigator.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my
Hands
God.
down.
He's the biggest instigator, hands down.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hands
hey.
down, the biggest instigator.
Hey, are you off
Hands
today?
down.
Are you off today?
He said he's off. It's like cutting in and out. I don't know.
Oh,
why.
okay. Hey, later on tonight, you down to go to 3rd Ave?
Right on the corner. Yeah. But McCall, you on bullshit. Remember, you helped me shit in the backpack.
Wait, I was waiting.
No, you shit in the backpack.
No, wait. I was hoping Richie was gonna bring this up. Can we talk about that?
Wait a goddamn minute. What?
This guy took a shit in someone's backpack.
Who took a shit?
I did.
Why?
So proud.
Wait, Richie.
So proud of
Richie,
it.
are you saying Mikhail put you up to it?
Was that Mikhail's idea?
No, don't you put that on me.
Was that your idea?
No, that was... Well, honestly, I don't remember. But I don't think that was my idea.
Richie, whose idea was it?
Kyle's idea, hands down, because I seen the graham crackers in there while we was at the car, and McCall was like, oh man, I ain't doing nothing. I'm like, yeah, I say that's right, man. I was like, I don't even think graham crackers is gonna really make it work. And he looked at me, and I was like, I really gotta do it right now, so I can't think. Like, I really can't think. And he's like, why don't you shit in the backpack, and I'm like,
Mikhail!
Yo, I never knew this.
I never knew the backstory.
Me neither.
I never knew the backstory about this.
I'm hearing this for the first time myself.
No.
Whoa.
Hey,
Yo, Richie, hold on. I've never heard that story.
And then came in the bathroom.
I know that. I knew that part.
Why you name him first and last name?
I knew that part. Yo, Richie, I never knew that Mikhail, that you were trying to figure out what to put in his backpack.
We all knew this.
No, I never knew
Whose
that part.
backpack was this?
we don't speak on that.
Some guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
we don't speak on
okay.
his name.
Some guy's backpack.
He's on a box of Fruit Loops.
Yeah, bro.
Didn't you like crumble up some crackers on top of it just for fucking?
At first, remember? At first, I like crumbled little crackers. I threw it in there.
That wasn't enough for Mikhail.
I didn't throw the crackers in there.
No, you told Richie that's not enough.
Yo,
No, I didn't.
That's what Richie just said.
Richie,
Who put Mikhail in charge?
hey, Richie, I love you, but that smell did not leave my car for days.
Nah, yeah, it was like doo-doo smell. Like,
It was
ow.
bad.
Crazy.
It was Doo-Doo and Young Jock.
Hell yeah, it's going down.
That shit was bad.
Doo-Doo and Franchise Boys.
Yeah.
And a quad XL T-shirt.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, if you're free later, let's meet up in Third Ave. Just to kick it. We were gonna kind of go out after we're done recording. All right, cool.
Let's roll a joint.
I'll hit you up together. Yeah, and Lindsay says she wants to roll a joint. Yeah. All right, cool. I'll hit you up in a few hours. All right, peace.
Hold on. I just want to say something. I just want to say something on this podcast.
That was a
You
waste
and
of time.
I-
That was a waste of time.
You and I never. I till this day, I've known this.
I
I've known
never
this
knew the
man.
backstory.
What we 14, 15 years old, 20 something years.
Yeah.
I never knew that they were trying to formulate a plan of what they wanted to put in his backpack, and he was like, "I can't think, Mikhail. I got to doo real bad." And he's like,
But
just in there.
it makes perfect sense if you
I never knew that.
For Mikhail to be like,
So
"Hey,
how
just
did
take a
this
shit
get in your car?
Does it though?
Oh my God, Lindsay. It was in a backpack, and I don't know how Richie made a perfect swirl of a but he had a perfect swirl of a right? You remember? I know you remember because I looked at it. And then I was like, why are there crackers on it? And Richie was like, Mikhail thought it'd be a good idea if we put crackers on top of it. I'm like, you sprinkle anyway.
So how did it end up in your car?
It goes in my trunk. We're leaving school. We all throw our backpacks in our trunk.
Oh my god.
So now at this
and
point,
this person didn't know that their backpack had been in?
this person, we were in high school. He probably just thought somebody didn't wipe their ass well. That was regular in high school.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah. You know, we all play sports. We got sweaty ass cheeks. It is what it is. So
Someone sent him to go check on the back.
we put our backpacks. This is how it happened. We put our backpacks in my trunk, right? And we're driving for like 10 minutes, and everybody in the car is like, "Yo, who's pooting? Like, who is pooting?" It smelled like shit in my car for 10 minutes.
Because there was shit in your car.
Right, and it's coming through the back seat easily. Like, this is a 2007 Honda. There ain't no seal.
Yeah.
I stopped, and I'm like, I asked the person who the
Yeah,
backpack
yeah.
got shit in. I'm like, yo, go check the back. Is there something
But
in there
you
that we
knew
don't
there
know?
was shit in there.
I think I said, is there a dead animal back there? I knew what it was. They open up the trunk and they're like, oh my God, there's shit somewhere in this trunk.
He just opened it and he didn't even say anything. He just fucking like you realize like what happened and just fucking his face changed. And he just
It's
like
fucked
zipped
up
it
because
back
we'll
up and
never
he just
get
threw
his
his,
perspective on it.
he just threw his backpack away. Like
Oh, that's
There was-
sad.
He had books in there, notepads, pencils.
Was his little heart was broken.
Well, back then, all that stuff was expensive for us. Like,
Well, and all the books from
But
the
knowing
school
Sal,
and
but back
everything.
then, if whatever he threw away,
Sal
replaced.
I
Sal probably bought him a new
I replaced
backpack.
everything,
Yeah.
but that's not
I
the
don't
point.
care.
Like,
You
Somebody
fucked his
shit
heart
in your
up,
backpack,
and
yeah.
now he's gay.
and now he's gay.
Is he really?
No, we're not talking about that guy.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, is he really?
Gay to
I didn't
me.
know that.
I think he's
No, I
married.
don't
I
know,
think he's
I don't
married
know.
with kids. I think he's married with kids. Yeah.
Well, to a guy, he's married.
No, we're not talking about the
That's a good ending.
other one. But yeah, we don't.
You guys are fucked up.
We don't talk about that guy.
Oh, there was a lot of stories back then.
Anywho.
Well, you had a great week. How was your week?
Fuck, right?
An hour in.
I don't
we
follow
went
that
to
up.
talking about that to talking about my dating life to talking about.
No, we got through your week though. We're only an hour in.
Yeah, we got through your week.
So Lindsay,
We're on track. We're on track.
So-
But
Well,
yeah,
shout
other
out
than
Charlie.
that, my week has been very minimal. Took Juju to the dentist, had a tooth pulled.
I got a silver tooth.
He
kid,
got a silver
Hell
tooth. Yeah.
and he acts like it.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is he silver tooth activities?
Yeah,
silver
that's
tooth
his Mexican
activities.
showing, okay? His silver teeth.
He's a silver tooth kid for
Yeah.
sure.
Nice.
No. But I mean so Juju does not have great teeth. It's partially our fault with the candy intake, I'm sure, but the tooth fairy came after he had his first teeth pulled, and those teeth were like completely broken. So the tooth fairy came, gave him money for those teeth, but the tooth fairy took the candy in the house and left him a note and said like,
I remember that visit.
"Hey,
Got it.
Yeah, we were.
I left you money for your tooth, but candy's a special treat. I took all your candy because your teeth are broken." So
Has it helped?
yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I
My
mean,
kid
if it's
loves
not there,
sugar.
he can't have it.
Yeah.
So, I've been like trying to find other things. I do like the natured ice cream bars. They're like fruit bars, or I do like Oreos instead. You still got to brush your teeth, but better for you than like lollipops and candy.
all that fruit corn. What is it? Fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Mm.
All that
I'll-
sugar.
I'll bring something next time I come over. It's a
Yeah.
jar of organic honey that's glyphosate free. It tastes amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not as bad as all the sugars that he's getting in candies.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Might be a good option.
That'd be crazy if he comes home and he's like, "I want some honey. Can I
Oh
get a
no!
spoonful of
I want
honey?"
some. I want some.
No, like
That'd be
glyphosate
pretty
free.
sick.
I've eaten spoonfuls of this honey. Just it there's a lot of health benefits to it too,
Yeah.
but it tastes amazing.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
What is glyphosate?
Glyphosate.
Glyphosate.
So
Gefilte fish.
no, it's all the chemicals they spray on like these fields that
Oh,
they're
okay.
On the honey.
yeah.
On the
Is that-
flowers.
Is that like
and
the,
then
the chemtrails that people are talking about? Is that what it is?
No, that's different.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's different.
I don't know.
But it's not good. It's a chemical that's in a lot of stuff, and it's not
Okay.
good for you. And
Glyphosate.
I think it's
So, yeah.
I think it's glyphosate.
$250 for a silver tooth and to take a tooth out.
Should take 'em-
250.
You guys take them here or take them to TJ?
No,
Somewhere down
in
here.
Santee.
Yeah.
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 So good times. But
Nice.
yeah,
Parent-
he's
parent-
learning.
Parent life.
Yeah. We're all learning together. Good times. Other than that, nothing too crazy. Just been working, trying to keep my cool, dealing with bitch ass CNAs. But yeah.
Aggressive.
Shout out to bitch ass CNAs.
Yes.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shit. What about you, Sal? Anything?
Oh,
anything new
man.
in your week? I know.
I mean, we're like 2 hours in already.
Yeah, I'll keep mine quick.
I know you've had an eventful week.
Dude,
Yeah.
have I ever? So just work, and then I was telling you earlier before we jumped on this pod
Mhm.
that my diet mainly consists of like animal based food. I just try. It doesn't matter like what it is, just animal based food. That's my diet. Why I was like, let's just try to go full carnivore for a couple days and
Yeah.
see how because I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. Right?
Yeah.
I want to experiment.
Explain what does full carnivore
Like the
entail?
Liver King? Are you trying
Like,
to go
what
like
is
Liver
that?
King style?
Full carnivore is like it's basically all meat and animal based products. So like beef, chicken,
Liver,
fish,
that type of shit.
liver, eggs. Like you're not doing like avocado. You're not doing.
Can you do
fruits.
like cheese? That's an animal product.
You can only if it's from raw cow's milk because I don't know. There's a lot of
Okay.
garbage in our cheese.
Oh yeah.
If you buy like shredded cheese that are in plastic bags
Mhm.
in the stores, there's so much stuff in there. They put like a powder on the cheese so
Yeah,
that
it
it
has
doesn't.
like that weird
Yeah, it's
coating.
an anti-caking powder so that it doesn't stick together.
Yeah,
after
yeah,
it's been
not great for
shredded.
humans at
Yeah,
all. Like
no.
studies have shown that. So if you buy like raw organic cheese, then yes, that's considered
Okay,
carnivore.
got it.
So I tried this I only did it for 2.5 days because the diarrhea was astonishing. I like literally
It's a big word. I like it.
Astonishing.
almost
it.
shit my pants
I like
multiple
that. That's
times.
a philosophizer word. I love it.
That's not a big
I
word.
love it.
Dude, it was gnarly. Like I didn't trust any of my farts. Like it was
Oh yeah,
like okay, everybody here knows when
Yeah.
you're really sick
yeah.
and you're at home
You gotta be careful.
and you fart and you're like, that was more than a fart.
Yeah.
That's
Time-
happened to Mikhail recently.
Time to go
It's happened
change.
to all of us.
Probably has.
It's happened to me plenty of times.
Yeah.
Time to go change my underwear or my
Let's
shorts.
hop in the shower real quick.
Yeah, but
Remember, we
try having
missed
that.
like Emiliana's birthday or something because you were sick.
Oh, it was a legit stomach thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I rarely get
And
those.
there was
Yeah.
one time I was in the kitchen cooking and he tried to creep by in the like second hallway.
I shat myself.
And I was like, what are you doing? I caught him. And he was like, can you get me water?
Leave it to the nosy ass white person to ask someone like, "Hey, what's going on? What are you doing? Huh? What's going on over
It's
there?"
like, can you give me a water?
in our
As
business.
he's like,
Clearly something's not okay. Let me do my thing, but you got to be loud about it.
Try having those problems at work and working 12 hours a day and not trusting your farts. It was not a good. So I stopped immediately and I was like,
Being
yeah,
in a suit and not knowing if you shit yourself, I can't imagine.
I'm worried that it's gonna run down my leg.
Yeah.
Like you don't know. So long story short, I stopped that after 2.5 days because the diarrhea was amazing. And then I looked up online like what you can do to try to prevent that because they say it happens a lot in the first couple of weeks. And they're like, if you incorporate fruit, it's not full carnivore, but it's still close to it, and you get fiber and you get
it's more like a
natural
hunter
sugars.
gatherer.
Yeah, and you get natural sugars that will break down the proteins. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try that, but I'm not trying that until like I have a chunk of time off. From
Until
work.
you have a solid poop.
Yeah, I don't. I'm honestly like I was like I might. You have to wear a diaper. Like you
It's
can't.
that bad.
I feel like imagine.
I don't know. I've
Imagine
never
you're in a
been this.
meeting, right?
Yeah.
And you have to excuse yourself because you shit your pants. Not a good look, right?
No,
Sorry,
not a
boss.
good look.
not a good
I'll
look.
be back.
I'll be back. Yeah, I gotta go. So
Oh, you need my ideas
I mean,
on
it
next
happens
quarter?
to everybody.
Excuse me.
Sometimes, maybe.
I've never shit my pants at work,
From what I hear,
but I almost did when I tried this. So yeah, that
I was trying to be helpful.
I
trying
learned
to relate.
I learned that you gotta be prepared for this.
I've never shit my pants.
I've shit
Oh,
my-
I
I've
have,
shit my
but at
pants.
home.
So
Yeah,
now
at home.
I wear diapers.
Yeah, I shit my pants out.
So in short, I'm wearing Depends right now on this podcast.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. And my week was great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, shout out
Does
to you for
anybody
not shitting
carry?
yourself.
Does anybody carry an extra pair of underwear in their like car just in case? Or
No,
I don't, but I carry wipes.
okay,
No.
but that's to get the smell off you.
Everybody likes a fresh asshole.
alrighty then.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Fuck. For me, I'd say my week mainly comprises of the stuff with the pod, right? So just learning the ins and outs of social media.
Oh, CapCut went down for a little bit.
TikTok and CapCut went down, and mind you, I'm not a big TikToker. I don't really scroll through that much, but I do edit all our stuff through CapCut, and just so happens that ByteDance, the little parent company of TikTok and CapCut,
Yeah.
got shut down. So when TikTok went down, nobody really realized that CapCut was going to go down too, or else I would have been ready on the back end,
Yeah. Because they want ByteDance to get rid of everything.
learning some other shit so that I can have the shorts ready and I can start making some, like, just keep up with the content, And so on the fly, there's I don't know if anyone really even noticed. Probably nobody even noticed, but there's a couple shorts or reels that I made that are a little bit stylistically different than the others that I made. And I mean, they did all right, I mean, overall, we're still a small channel. We're still a small podcast group. So, we're still slowly climbing that ladder to get growth. But overall, they did pretty well. One of them was probably our highest viewed reel that we
I
have
noticed that. I wonder
on
if it was the
Instagram.
topic.
Possibly the topic,
Weird.
I think, was backseat STD.
Yeah,
if
that was
anyone,
the one.
if anyone,
It got shared.
It
a
was
lot.
the Cheeto and the pussy that really put it.
maybe
Shout
that's
out
what it
to- shout out
was.
to Cheetos.
But
Yeah, you feel like the titles of those, the titles really can
yeah, maybe that's what it is. I'm learning all of that.
attract or retract.
I was never a social media savvy person.
Yeah,
like,
you've never been the post my story.
No,
Yeah, you're very just.
I
you
definitely
just
like to
scroll and laugh.
repost on my story if it's something funny. But as
Right.
far as like utilizing every aspect of social media, I've never been that involved. So I'm learning how to monetize our stuff and what flies, what doesn't. Trying to figure out, how hashtags work, how reels need to be structured to get someone's attention, all kinds of stuff. So when CapCut went down, it threw a whole wrench in this whole process of what I had, and just trying to learn it from the ground up, like all over again.
Yeah.
But it did come back a couple days later, and I'm learning that a lot of our stuff just can't get monetized. I gotta start censoring a lot of the curse words.
Really?
Instagram does not allow monetization on
Curse words?
strong
But
language.
can't you get around it? Like if you
Well,
spread out the word or like space it out? Like
I don't know. Maybe there's a way, but I mean, if anyone maybe can educate me on it. But just reading the policy as far as monetization policies, it breaks it down, a long list of things and topics that we can't talk about in order. It'll limit our monetization or totally
Right.
prohibit.
So if
them.
anybody wants a brand deal with us,
That doesn't
Let
apply.
us know.
That doesn't apply to X though, right?
No, I haven't been hit with anything on X
Like no
yet.
rules on X.
No, yeah, X hasn't been hit with anything. I am on. We are on TikTok. Our You Don't Say That podcast is on TikTok. But when TikTok went back online, I started posting a bunch of the reels that I previously posted, and those did all right. They started getting a couple views, but out of nowhere, it's just 0 views for like the last 3 posts. So I got to figure out
On YouTube?
on TikTok.
Oh,
So
'cause YouTube's been low too.
I don't understand what. Yeah, and YouTube
Some of the
too.
beginning ones on YouTube were
I don't
like
understand.
500. I think we had a couple 700.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, it's like 420.
Right. One thing that is positive from what I've been seeing, we've been averaging about a subscriber to every other day. So we're slowly, ticking up with people that are interested to continue like being up to date on what we're doing, which is great. People that are following, subscribing, those are, the people that are actually like dedicated to wanting to know like how we do going forward, but it's just a grind. It's all the ins and outs. It's all the learning curve that I'm ironing out right now on the fly, but it is definitely like, a curve. So the way I see it, I'm going to just continue editing, and then the reels, however we decide to, whether it's me staying on reels or me and someone else or however, we're just going to keep doing it consistent. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, the quality will get better over time. The more followers we get, the more it'll get shared, the more it'll get seen. It's just consistent quality content is what's going to last. So as long as we're making this stuff with that in mind, I think, over time it'll happen, So
I think I've never been a creative person. Ever.
Yeah,
like I that's just not me. But when we were talking earlier, like if we can get to a place where in terms of editing the full length videos, I could do that. I feel like you two are way better at like the creativity stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, even she's really creative. I'm not creative at all. I'm just consistent.
You just gotta let it out. It's deep down. It's deep down.
I'm just consistent.
Right.
I'm not creative. I'm funny.
Sounds just traditional. Very traditional.
Right. Well, a lot of this is just learning, like
Jujitsu.
yeah, trying to do reels or whatever, a lot of it is just trying stuff, like
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
so, some things are funny, some are not. I don't want every single reel to necessarily be funny. I know the funny ones are probably the most popular, but I want us, at the end of the day, our show will be funny, it will be entertaining. But, I want it to be meaningful conversation too. And I want people to see that, So if someone does have an honest question or wants to kind of throw something out at the group, because, we do a lot of AMAs. I want to continue to do that. I want to provide some sort of real-time value for someone that can have 4 different minds, give 4 different serious answers if it's a serious question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good too.
Yeah, and I want them to see that, like if there's a relationship question, which there's going to be a bunch of them in these in today's AMA, I want to provide real question or real answers, and if there's humor involved, so be it. There will be humor naturally, but I do want someone to get what they're honestly looking for when they submit an AMA, just in case someone was serious about it.
Yeah.
But that's also an authentic look into our friendship.
Exactly.
Because me and Sal, we've had heart to heart, like deep heart to hearts.
Yeah,
We've
a lot
also
of us
talked
do.
about
Yeah.
like dumb shit, like
Sure.
Bro, you've seen me cry multiple times.
yeah.
There you go.
And then the next
Like-
day we talk about what year was the first blowjob given. Like
Exactly.
we had, we did. Remember, like
Yeah.
we
That
talked,
was a serious
like, we've had,
conversation.
but that's our like all of us, like me and
Yeah.
Cakes have had our.
That had to have
darts, and
been
then-
year 0.
No,
I thought it was way sooner than he thought it was.
No, I think the debate was what happened first, eating ass or giving a blowjob, because we were watching Game of Thrones and we were wondering if that was happening back then.
Wow.
But that's an authentic look into our friendships. With like all of us, like we like to joke, we like to laugh, but then also we have serious conversations.
We've also talked. We've also had deep conversations, you and I, about like what our demons are. What's holding us back from being better versions of ourselves?
Yeah,
and there's a lot.
yeah.
You and I have a lot of demons and that's everybody, right, in life.
Right.
But like, what are you doing to conquer those demons? How are you pushing that away? Temptation and provocation to be better.
Exactly. And if someone submits a question, asking a genuine question, if it's one of you guys, maybe asking a podcast that you might listen to who's asking for your input.
Yeah.
I would assume you'd want an actual answer.
Right, because it's a
So-
benefit to be able to, like, for me, if I feel a certain way about something, I know I can bounce an idea
Right.
off of Sal. I can ask Makau's opinion.
Right.
Like fatherhood questions, I can talk to Makau. I can talk to Cakes Rick about that. Life decisions, credit, like certain things that I know Sal
Right.
is the shit at. Like I can talk to Sal about it. Maybe other people don't have that necessary like group of friends
That was
or
something
that person they can talk to about.
Right. That was something I
do.
was sharing with you guys that, you know, when going over the episodes and while editing, doing the reels, you watch it back so many times, you start to think about other ideas, like big picture wise, like what exactly does this show, like what exactly do we do on here, and what exactly do we want to leave behind on the show? Like when someone watches, what are they looking to get out of our show? And I understand the comedy stuff is definitely something that's going to be there, but what is like a returning actual value of our show? And I think something that you just pointed out there, as far as like who you go to for certain things, I think those are things that we can all share for people who are listening in to share back to them as real value. So if they have a question, like you would have a question for me about parenting or a relationship or whatever, I can give that honest answer or opinion to the same person who would be answering it online. Same with Sal with finance. Maybe if someone had an honest question about that, you know, he can chime in, we can chime in. I think that's a real value, because not everybody might have a Sal to go to, or a me, or Lindsay or you on things that, you know, they might have going on. So
we're all good at the things that we do.
Yeah. So
and we can relate to others.
I just love what you said about
yeah.
you rewatch these more than any of us.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you just said that when you rewatch them, you're constantly thinking of new ideas, but you're also questioning what value are we giving back to the audience.
We can totally make a podcast about just stories. But eventually people are going to be like, I've heard those stories. I already kind of know what it is. But people return to shows, or they connect with podcasts when they, you know, hear about their vulnerable moments. They actually connect because they might hear about something where they might hear like a really, like, you know, whatever situation they connect with, or, you know, they provide something of actual value that they want to continue to learn about, improve on, or just kind of get feedback on everyday life.
I think that we're relatable. I mean, where we come from, right? We all come from South Bay. Lindsay, you're an extension of that, Mesa. But like, look at me and Makau. Like, we grew up, we didn't have dads.
Sure.
All right, and look at us, we're great parents.
I didn't have a dad.
But you don't. But
My dad left when I was 7 months.
Right, but you don't have a kid yet, so you're not a parent.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I mean. Like us navigating parenthood, navigating fatherhood, without having that blueprint. Like, how did we do it?
Sure. No.
Think about it. Like, it's weird, like how we figured it out.
And we
without
all
having a
handle it. All
blueprint.
three of us probably handle it three
Right,
different
and you
ways.
will. I know you'll be a great father. Not a question.
We all handle
but-
it three different ways.
Right. We all.
From what I've seen,
Same thing with Cakes. Like,
I've never met Makau's father, and Makau's met his father recently.
Yeah.
You know, that's a whole story in itself.
It is. If anyone ever wants to know,
But-
I'll break it down.
But he knows what his father was and wasn't, and then he's heard, you know, some stuff from his mom.
Right.
He is the complete opposite of what his dad was to him,
Sure.
and that is insane. Like,
Yeah.
100% breaking the cycle,
yeah.
right? And you're different than your father too,
Right.
in a
Yes,
lot of
in
a lot of respects.
In a lot of ways. Yeah.
I'm talking about some of the stuff that's better for your son now, right?
Yeah.
Breaking that cycle.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, mind you, maybe we might not volunteer that information just on a standard podcast episode. But if anyone is listening and they do have situations where they think, like, for example, if their father wasn't around and maybe they're having some, thoughts in their head on how they should feel about stuff, or
Which are valid thoughts. It's
no,
not-
yeah.
it's
I mean,
not-
we
it wasn't
are
easy.
we are definitely a panel of people that
Yeah.
can share how we go about navigating our life with or without fathers, and I'd be happy to share if anyone has a question on.
I love to talk about off mic. I didn't know you met him.
Yeah, I met him.
We can talk about it later. We don't talk about it.
Well, just a short snippet. I don't need to get into details, but I did meet him maybe about, how long has it been now? Has it
Like
been
2
over a
years.
year?
Really? I knew
Yeah.
Chris did. I didn't know you did.
He initially did.
Yeah.
He reached out, and it was over a period of time where he tried to set something up where they eventually did meet up. And then he asked me, like, would you want to do it? And for me, like, it was never necessarily a want. My mom always kind of made, I don't know, she kind of covered enough to make it not necessarily feel like I had a need to look out or
Right.
feel that. I never felt like I was missing anything.
Yeah, because your mom provided everything.
I mean, without me even necessarily thinking about it, I would obviously, like, know people's dads are in their life, but my life was so normal to me, and it never felt like I was missing something, that I never sought that out. If that makes
it's so
sense.
crazy. Like
Sure.
that's how. Like
If that makes
growing up the way
sense.
we grew up, we don't realize there's something wrong.
Right.
It's normal.
Sure.
To us. Like,
It's just
Shout
different.
out to Mikhail's mom though.
Sure.
Yeah.
She,
To make him, like he just said, she made it feel normal.
she provided
but
such.
she was feeling the
Yeah.
space
Sure.
of two people.
Yeah.
and I mean, don't get me wrong, Mom, if you're listening, you are a hard ass, and but you are a big softie at the same time. But
Sounds like Mikhail.
at the same time, I never felt that need. But when my
You
brother,
never felt like you didn't have anything.
no,
right?
I never felt like, fuck, my life is missing this. Like, I
Yeah.
never felt like that.
Sometimes there's like
Um,
a point where it's like maybe better that you never really had the experience of having a dad.
Well, how could you miss
Versus-
something you never had?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
Versus
didn't know.
like a shitty ass dad hanging around. You
Right.
know what I mean? And really like ruining your
Right.
life.
And at the
Like,
same time,
Mhm.
I get when people on the flip side say, like, X, Y, Z happened in my life because of this. But I'm just speaking for me, that just wasn't my experience. And when the opportunity came, whether or not to meet him, I took the dinner at Phil's barbecue. We met. Super nice guy, really cool, But I laid it out point blank, the way that I felt like, as a father, it would make sense to break it down to me. And it was essentially this. You're a nice guy. I think you're cool. I would approve you coming around, meeting my wife and my kids, but I will not be the one
To pursue you.
to go after you to
Yeah.
do that.
mhm.
I am letting you know from this dinner going forward that you're welcome around me and my family. And whatever happens from there is up to you. And I mean, you guys have been around me long enough to know what has happened since then.
Right.
Yeah. If the want and the desire was there, you would have seen it.
Exactly. So, and mind you, I am not naive to the fact that adult shit happens. He has a family. Shit.
Yeah, he wanted. It
There's real
seems.
life
It
stuff
seems
has
like he
happened.
didn't want his, I guess like legitimate family. I don't want to say real family,
Possibly.
but his like legitimate kids. He didn't. It seems that he didn't want them to know about anything yet.
Possibly.
And I'm like, how nice of him to think that he can just not tell anybody, because how easily
Right.
any one of them could go on Facebook or whatever and ruin this guy's life. You know what I mean? And
Sure.
it sounds like he was a good dad to his other kids, making
Right.
the comment to him, oh, well, let me buy your dinner. I didn't get to buy you a car. Shit like that. And it's like, is that supposed to make me feel better? Or like,
Ryan,
you know what I mean?
You're
Being-
buying cars.
being a good sport about it.
It seems that they all went to college,
Yeah.
like they definitely had
like he-
opportunities that Mikhail and Chris were not afforded.
It's like he restarted and did it right with
well,
potentially with the people that he's with now.
Sure.
But
I don't want to give his information, but they were born like at the same time as his legitimate children.
Well,
so.
the coincidental thing. So what? I would be third in line age wise. Essentially, what Elias and Juju's age gap is. That's when me and Chris were born right after that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's essentially if I were to go and kind of do my thing outside of Lindsay, pop out 2 kids, Elias and Juju's age gap, and then I have 2 more. So
Right outside of that. That's crazy.
yeah. But I mean, you know, it's one of those. I'm adult, or should I say, I am. Fuck, I don't even know if it's necessarily adult enough or mature enough. I just understand that, you know, the optics of a 50 or 60, however the fuck old he is, old person to go back to his family and be like, surprise, I got
2 more kids.
2 kids to introduce you guys to. I'm sure shit ain't easy.
And it's not
maybe
even
that's not even my problem to give a fuck about that.
And he can't make the excuse of, oh, I didn't know they existed because
no, he was around
because
for
they
bit.
have the same dad, and Mikhail was born, and then Chris was
However
born.
many years later.
Yeah.
Do you have memories of him as a kid?
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know.
Little shit. Like I remember, like throwing away a Budweiser beer, and I remember like right before I threw it in the trash, I tasted it, and I was like a kid, like a toddler.
I did that as a kid
before preschool, right?
Yeah,
disgusting.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
And I remember that. I remember he had a red truck, which shit we spoke about, right? I even told him some of this stuff. I'm like, some of my earliest memories, I remember that. But you know, as far as like what I took out of that, like I said, I just didn't. Eventually, you just kind of move on. I guess life goes on.
Life goes on.
So I don't know if anyone.
You can't miss what you never had.
Well, again,
and that's how I
you,
sum it up.
Yeah.
That's how I sum it up. Like, you know, it might be fucked up. I don't know. Like, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'm not the only one out there like that. You know, I get that, but I
Really,
can't.
not a lot of us.
Yeah,
a lot of
it's
us.
super common. You know, there's a reason why stats are going around. Like the millennial age is like the percentages of dads around is so high.
How many dads these days have changed a diaper versus how many dads from our dads change diapers is like insane.
How many times I
Which
got
is
shit
like
on by Julian?
right, which is
Yeah.
like such a to me like
bastard.
such a small like. Of course you should be changing
It's a
diapers.
minuscule thing.
Yeah, like what the fuck? But I mean, granted, also things were different because
Right.
likely the woman wasn't working and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Before we move on from your week, I want to ask you one question.
Yeah.
So, like, knowing what you know about your father
Right.
and you being the complete opposite, that's a conscious decision.
Right. All I had to do was show up
What-
to be in
what-
the opposite.
What make
It's not that hard, right?
Yeah.
Just be there.
I just had
Change
to
your diaper.
be there.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's harder than that, right? I'm not a father,
Sure,
but I'm
sure,
sure it's
sure.
harder than that.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
makes you
Uh-huh.
want to be present and be a good father?
I mean, obviously,
Like, what's the driving force?
it's obviously to not be like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you experience one thing, and yeah, sure, you might be okay with it, and you deal with it.
but he also had a good example of like what kind of parent to be with his mom.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I'm essentially just a male version parenting of my mom. So if I'm getting on my kids a certain way, it's because that's how my mom used to get on me.
Damn, that's crazy that you say that.
Right?
It's so crazy. I never looked at it like that, but that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I am the equivalent of because my mom was my mom and dad.
Exactly.
Well, was my grandmother, right? But
Same with
and
grandmother
it's
too.
me, like
you
I
guys know.
mom,
Same
yeah,
thing.
that's
Oh, my
mom.
grandmother was huge in my life.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've never heard that. Yeah, that's crazy.
And-
She was, yeah.
That's all I'm emulating when I'm either on my kids. Like I've even broke down to Lindsay, like anytime my mom really got in my ass or whooping or whatever, I realized even at a young age, she would make sure to circle back and still show me that love even after beating my ass.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yes.
even with my kids, I make it a point to like, I'll get on you, fucking throw your ass in the room, whatever. I don't really do the spanking thing, but even after I'm hot, I'll take a period of time and then I make sure to circle back one-on-one and be
It's
like,
important.
and
I think it's important.
that was important to me as a
Yeah,
kid
wow.
because
Yeah.
I remember being like,
But you're getting that
it means-
validation that like
yeah, she
even
still
though
loves me.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I've done that. I've had to scold Julian on certain things.
Yeah.
and I yell. I don't do the spanking thing. I don't do the hitting thing. But my voice and my anger is enough to me. I think it's enough. He'll react in the way he reacts, but then I'll circle back. Hey, like, this is why that happened. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you actually understand why I reacted this way? What you did was wrong.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean I don't love you, but like, let's figure this out.
Right.
Yeah.
So this doesn't happen again.
Right.
And it just makes him, I feel like it just makes him feel like, I don't know, maybe there was something I missed.
No,
There was
yeah.
something
Well,
I didn't realize why he acted that way.
Just
but-
like how I was as a kid, it always makes the kid like, oh, fucking like, oh, I just want a hug now.
yeah,
and
sometimes he
this,
just wants a hug.
you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that, to me, that was important as a kid. So as an adult, I make sure to do that. And it's the same shit, right? After that, they're balling and they just want to fucking hug and shit like that. I'm like, all right, cool. Get out of here, you fucking crazy ass
Little
motherfucker.
bastard. Yeah.
And we move on, But, I think those things are important just because they were important to me. But I'm just an expression of what my mom was, essentially, as far as parenting.
I think we didn't really have a blueprint, but we had
exactly.
like the outline of what our parents, what our mom, we were raised by moms.
Yeah,
Like what my
exactly.
mom did, I wanted to, I don't know. I am the father I am because of probably the way my mom raised me, but also seeing the way my cousin Tim raised his daughter, raised Gianna, and then all my friends. Like we all have kids. Like all of us that have kids, the way we are. I don't necessarily agree with everybody's parenting styles, but we're all good parents.
And you can still
We're all involved.
grab a little bit of A, a little bit of B,
Yeah,
you like
like-
this, you don't this, and do your own thing.
I think that's, I don't know. It's like the biggest thing about our group is none of us are. If we're parents, we're great parents.
Yeah.
We're married, great husbands.
I don't
None
even-
of us do
I don't even know if
dumb
I could,
shit. Like,
if I would even necessarily be able to necessarily be friends with someone who
oh hell
wasn't
no.
able to be a good
If you're a piece of
parent.
shit dad, I can't fuck with you. Like you don't pay child support.
I could be
or-
friendly. I could be
Nah,
cool,
I
but
just-
but as far as like really cool and an actual like friend that I would consider a friend,
Because at your core, I don't agree with you. If you think that leaving your kid alone,
Yeah.
like, we're not gonna see eye to eye on anything.
fundamentally, I just don't
Fundamentally, you're
think
a fucked up
we'd
person.
agree on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just one of those things. Don't even know how we got there, but
Yeah.
that the social media stuff, yeah, that's basically where I'm at. But anyways, on a serious note, if anyone does have a very similar situation, wants to throw out stuff or share, happy to kind of share or talk about it. You know,
Yeah,
what I
there's
mean?
a platform for us to talk about this stuff.
Yeah,
like this.
you're not
think-
alone. You know,
I think as men
And
too,
you-
it's important for us to talk about shit like
Right.
sure,
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Not keep it bottled up.
Right.
No, yeah,
No, I bury my emotions.
So do I. I backburn. I throw everything on the back burner. I live
Yeah.
my life on defense, right? But
No, I
I-
mean that for us, I know that like we've fought. Everybody fights. We don't fight that
We fight.
much,
Uh-huh.
and when we do fight,
Sometimes you lose.
we try to
Sometimes
keep
you
it respectful still. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and that's to me that was something that I grew up with was like people fighting and like yelling and screaming and like slamming shit and like not the best, but that's like the thing of like, okay, well, what can I be different?
yeah,
How can I do
Right.
this?
I think seeing that, and then when you have kids, you realize I don't want to do
Mm-hmm.
that. That's what, for me, like, yeah, that was a thing for us. Right?
Yeah.
We're never gonna fight in front of the kids.
Yeah.
Right. She mentioned
kid.
something the other day, where she was just like, what is it? We got into it a little bit, and we got over it. Right. We're good. But she mentioned something. She was just like, it's. I forget the actual verbatim, but it was essentially like, it's good because you kind of communicate like a female, so
Mhm.
you're able to like articulate like what's bothering you and talk about it in a way that's like, instead of ignoring it and just fucking like doing a bunch of
Yeah.
shit that doesn't really help anything.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He will stay quiet, and I can like kind of figure out, okay, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, and I do kind of have to pull it out of him. But once I start asking and understand, like, okay, something's wrong,
Mhm.
that's when he really is like, okay, and he lets it out. And whereas like I'm more of a person where I don't say anything. I'm much more the dude in the
Yeah.
communication.
Yeah, for sure.
I hold it in until I blow up, and then
That's
but
not good.
yeah. I mean, I've definitely improved
Yeah.
a lot. I started taking care of myself in different ways, and So
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Okay, so to summarize everything, I'm not necessarily upset at my father or anything. I wouldn't say I'm a little disappointed on how it all went down. I had very high hopes on how it would play out, but at the end of the day, I get that it's adult life, whatever it is that you can call it, probably is in the way of him. I'll call it as it is, like being a man and stepping up and saying something and being there for
Right.
your kids, And if he doesn't want to tell his family, his legitimate family, what's going on, that's on him. I'm happy in my life. I got, my family, my friends, and I'm super happy just how my life is. I don't feel like I need to actively.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah. So, I'll leave it at that, and that's what it is. So.
And I would just like to say too, like I think earlier I might have made it seem like I'm I grew. I mean, it's not a fact, or it's not something that didn't happen. Like I didn't grow up with my dad really in my life, but now my dad is a part of my life. Like really, like
Dope.
We've had conversations, and it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Growing up, like I blamed everything. I didn't want to take responsibility. I was a young kid.
Right.
I blamed everything on, I didn't have a dad, so that's why I'm this way. But as I got older, I had to sit down with my dad. We had a heart-to-heart conversation. Luke's 21st birthday, like we had a legit like heart-to-heart, and ever since then, my dad has been made way more of an effort to be a grandpa.
Right.
Not necessarily be more of a dad, because I genuinely think he doesn't know how. Because he grew up with no dad, but he's doing his best.
Right.
Right.
But I mean, I think
He's trying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's trying. He's doing what he thinks is the best. And to me, it's like, once I humanized my dad, once I realized, like, damn, like he was young. He was 18. What the fuck was I doing when I was 18?
And what could you say when you're already 30-something years old? Like, and if he's your dad, like, I can't necessarily treat you like you're the kid.
Right.
You're
Like, you can't be a dad
You're
now.
a man too now.
But like, my thing is always just be a grandpa, be involved in my kid's life, and we're great. And he's done.
Right.
He's done that.
That's
He
dope.
has his moments where like we still, bicker, and I still, it's on me. Like I still hold on to certain things,
Sure.
and me and Jonathan will talk about that a lot. But I mean, shout out my dad. Like my dad has definitely made an effort, and I feel like my dad is involved in my life now a lot.
That's all
More
that
than he
matters.
ever has, and he's making an effort in his own way.
That's dope.
Yeah.
He's not perfect.
That's
None
all
of us
that
are, but
matters,
he's making an effort, which is great.
as an adult, as a parent, you kind of really realize that your parents are people too,
Yeah, you don't
and they're
realize that
living their
when-
own life too,
But when
and
you're
like
8, you
fighting
don't
their own
realize that.
demons too, and going through all their own shit too.
Yeah.
And so, like really kind of putting that into perspective. Once you get to a certain point, you either gotta let it go.
Yeah.
That's not on you as the kid about what the choices that your parents made, and of course, parents, just like me, just like everybody else, we all might make questionable decisions.
for
But,
sure.
and I think that with every generation, it's probably gotten better, right? The generation before our parents, I know wasn't great for my family, then my parents, and then, me. So I think you have to make those decisions and to be a good person, be a better person, be a good parent. So, but yeah.
All right.
Once you humanize your parents, you realize. I think your perspective changes.
Yeah.
You're
And
like, oh,
adulting
shit.
is fucking hard.
It is.
Like so hard.
Super hard.
You got to think of what to make for dinner every night, or, just even the simple things like,
It's not like you've ever been a mom before. So this time with your kids now, you're
Right.
figuring it out. So, I mean, I get it,
yeah.
But with that, definitely not going to hold me or any of us back. You know what I mean?
No grudges.
No grudges.
Yeah.
No. All right.
I got to keep on moving.
One thing I did want to make sure we talk about, at least off top, San Diego. What's up with these fires?
Dude, the wind is crazy.
Bro, all the speculation that was going on with LA, as far as conspiracy theories on why they happened.
Arsonists. And,
Yeah.
So many people have been arrested for starting fires. We're starting to see videos pop up from people in
San
San
Diego,
Diego
the
fires.
same
who
thing.
have
I
started
wonder if that's like a
fires.
thing. Like, are they really starting them for
Copycats.
some sort of like cause that we don't know about?
I hate
Like,
to say it, but with Columbine, there's a lot of people that followed Columbine that wanted to be the next big
Yes.
Right.
Columbine, and it's almost like you see the same trend now with fire starters.
like they just
Well,
want to be fire starters.
There's a lot of, I think that
Do we
there's a
think-
lot of factors that go into it. Number one, it is the middle of the winter, and these are most likely people who are unhoused and they're starting fires for staying warm or cooking food or whatever it is. And then you have these high winds. And then you also have people who are mentally unwell and who want to start fires. You know, they know that the conditions are good and they
the
want to
thing-
see it destroy things. So,
The thing that stands out to me is the kind of communities that they're getting started in.
mhm.
They're nice communities.
Mhm.
So I don't really see like, I mean, mind you, personally, I was driving to work. I can't remember exactly which day this week, but there was a fire in Lemon Grove across the in and out off of Massachusetts for those that are local around here.
yeah.
And it was a pretty big fire under that bridge, and it was put out quick. I didn't even really see any news coverage on it, but it was about 5 a.m. when I was driving to work.
Somebody started it.
But the theory is, nice neighborhoods are the ones that are going up in flames, and it's, it makes me wonder, like, if
I mean,
what,
I don't,
what about them?
right. The fires in LA that burned down like an entire city, and that city I think is mostly people of color, black people.
The Palisades, wasn't it?
Palisades.
I
No.
don't think
Oh,
it- no, that was
Palisades
like
is
the
the
rich
rich of the
neighborhood.
rich,
Yeah.
the richest of the rich Hollywood Hills type stuff.
Well, I mean, is that so? The Hollywood Hills, there's hills where there's space, and
Yeah,
Right.
These are the gated communities.
Those are like houses of the elite.
Yeah, when you
the
think of where you
Palisades.
want to move in LA, when you're an A-list or whatever, these are the
right. I know
neighborhoods they show you.
Malibu. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
You
that's what
strive
the
to move
Palisades
to
are.
Palisades.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, as far as Otay Mesa, the Border 2
Similar-
fires that they're
similar,
calling it, right?
Like, everybody, you think of Chula Vista, you think of West Side where we grew up,
Mhm.
like the hood, but then you got East Side, East Lake. That's like the nice.
It's a nice
neighborhood. It's
area.
Like East Lake is nice.
Those are nice houses.
The east side of the 805 is a completely different like
Mhm.
neighborhood.
Right. So I don't know. I think it's just a matter of time before something, gets, carried away, and hopefully it doesn't. But it's almost like every other day there's another fire, whether it's Mission Valley, Rancho Bernardo,
There was
La Jolla.
La Jolla.
Yeah, right down
La
Gilman.
Jolla, like
Poway.
Poway.
it's
Poway.
all in a span of like, it's only been
Yeah.
like a week
But
or two since the LA fires.
Are
2
they
weeks.
all started by arsonists, or are these just like natural causes?
I don't think we fully know
I don't
all of
know.
them.
Yeah, because I think intent has to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that
don't know.
I think that there are some that were that are known to be intentionally started, but I think there's others that
we haven't heard.
right.
from
Well,
yet.
and then also part of it is that then you have wind blowing embers. And so then it takes it farther somewhere else or whatever. Like I know I was sitting outside and there was ash, kind of falling while I was sitting out there. So
yeah.
That was a big part of the Border 2 fire.
mhm.
So I don't think the Border 2 fire has actually burnt down any structures.
It's just all like
It's
land.
it's happening in the Otay Mountains,
Mhm.
so it's just a lot of mountain and land. But it started when we were having Santa Ana winds,
Mhm.
and that fire within 2 or 4 hours grew to almost 1,000 acres.
Yeah.
Like it was moving, but it was moving really fast. But there's winds of like 40, 50 miles an hour behind it. Any fire's gonna move fast. The fortunate part was that it was moving. The wind was traveling in a direction that was away from residential structures. It wasn't traveling towards residential structures because that could have been really bad,
Yeah.
really quick.
Yeah.
But it got big fast.
Right.
I have a friend who lives in Ireland and they had crazy winds that were blowing like roof tiles off of their house, like all kinds of stuff. And that doesn't necessarily happen often there. They don't get winds like that, but pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Shout out to Irish.
hmm
It's a good movie.
Climate change.
It's a good Disney movie. Look at the Irish.
Wow. Shout out.
It's a good movie. You guys remember that Disney movie, the basketball movie? Look at the Irish.
I kind of
do
remember
remember
it.
it, yeah,
I
a little
kind of
bit.
I
It's
kind
a
of
good
remember it.
Disney movie. It's not like Brink or Johnny Tsunami, but look at the Irish was okay.
Right. Well, hopefully nothing, escalates from there.
Yeah,
but,
shout out.
Shout out to all the firefighters out there that are fighting it,
Mhm.
keeping it. I don't know how much containment it is at the moment, but I know it wasn't.
This is still at
Yeah,
10?
I
Too
think
much.
last time I checked before we started recording, it still said 10.
Luckily, it's moving eastbound.
10% contains 6,500 acres.
But it's still
Yeah.
burning mountains. It's not necessarily affecting homes or
Mhm.
people yet.
Right. So
I guess that's like silver
And the
lining.
weather has cooled, and it's supposed to rain.
Yeah,
so
we might get rain tonight.
Yeah,
hopefully.
yeah.
hopefully we get that. So, get prepared. I don't know if you guys ever thought about if there was a handful of things you guys would ever grab if you needed to evacuate.
My cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a cat now.
My cat.
What else?
important.
Give me three
documents.
things. If you had to take three things, what would you grab?
My mom's ashes. My
Okay.
cat.
Yeah,
My laptop.
fair.
That's about it.
All right.
Everything else. What about you?
Gun, safe, and then a little box that I have that has all like my important documents.
Yeah.
Documents. Yeah.
Everything else is replaceable.
Yeah, we spoke
Yeah.
about that.
Mhm.
Documents.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean,
I
just
keep all my documents digital, so my
well,
laptop will be everything.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, your birth certificates for the kids, our social security cards, just because it's just such a pain in the ass to replace that shit.
It is.
And I mean, we have passports. We all know that was a debacle to get the passports. So,
It wasn't that bad.
yeah. Going through TJ at fucking 3 a.m, no big deal.
We made it.
We were drunk before we got on the plane.
You were drunk.
You guys
Yeah.
want to go to TJ?
Hey, speak for yourself.
You guys wanna go to TJ
was
tonight?
too-
No.
Hell no.
I want some
Get
tacos.
some
I'd be
food?
down for some
Yeah,
TJ
just go get some
tacos.
food and come back.
I'm down to
Can
tacos.
we
home.
Uber Eats them?
But we have tacos that go to here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's $7 for one. We can go down there. TJ gets $7 for
Yeah,
seven
but
tacos.
then we gotta go to TJ.
It's just walking across. We can walk across, walk back.
Sure.
It's about to
You
rain.
can walk across
Yeah.
and walk
I
back.
can. I can. Yeah.
Bring us tacos back.
Anywho,
Yes. Okay. So aside from San Diego, up in flames, it's getting hot in here. On the listener questions, thank you guys to whoever sent in the anonymous questions. I have so many to get into, so we'll see what the
Just pick 5.
rest of the cast. Oh no, I gotta read them all.
All right, let's read them and then we'll go.
Well, you can read them all. We're probably not gonna get through them all.
No, we're gonna get through them all. Have faith.
All right, we'll be here till tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. First question. Is a man and woman able to have a genuine friendship and hang out with each other regularly without there being any ulterior
God.
motive
We've had this conversation so many
or
times.
either one of them catching feelings with each other?
I say yes.
I say
Sal
no.
says no.
Hard no.
I've said
I say it
yes.
depends.
I agree. I do think that you can have friends that are women that you have no intentions of hooking up with. They're just friends. They're just like good people that you
Mhm.
hang out with, and that's it.
But does it change once you have an actual partner?
I think that
And if it does, how?
if you don't make it clear in the beginning of the relationship that, hey, I have this person in my life, she means this to me, she's like a best friend to me, she's the person I call to when I need therapy or when I need whatever. Like, she has a big part of my life, but we're just friends. Like, we're not.
And vice versa. If she says that to you, it's cool,
I'm
right?
cool with it. If you let me know ahead of time, but not 6 months in. Oh, by the way, I'm going to my best friend's house. Like, what do you mean? You've
So as
never
long-
talked about this.
As long as they
before.
tell you ahead of time, it's fine.
Yeah. Now, as a 35-year-old man that's been through therapy, like, yeah, I'm cool with it. Like, yeah, you have a guy that's a friend.
Mhm.
You guys, been friends forever.
So you're
That-
cool
I'm
if you're
with it
dating a
now.
girl when she has a best friend that's a dude and she's gonna go hang out with that dude at his house
Because
when she's dating you because she knew him before she got with you.
therapy.
Yeah,
yeah.
think about your therapy.
Yeah.
You're cool with that.
If it's going, I'm going over to the house. We're gonna hang out. I've known this dude forever,
Yeah.
and you haven't given me any reason to think otherwise. Yes, I would like to go into every relationship going forward, thinking
Wow.
that every girl is. You're telling me the truth.
You're either lying or you're a monk.
No, I've been through there. I want to believe that what you're telling me is the truth.
What's the reason for her going to a guy's house to watch a movie? It's not her boyfriend.
I
If
mean,
she's in a relationship.
I don't know, because I feel like for me, like I have friends. Like I can. Well,
Why
I've never
at that point?
gone-
At that point, why wouldn't you? I would be like, well, why doesn't he come over here and we can all watch a
maybe
movie?
going over to watch a movie is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe that would probably raise some
Why?
bars. But
Why
like,
is that crazy?
because I feel like that's kind of like an intimate thing.
Watching a
Like,
movie?
Yeah, just like sitting down, watching a movie
In the
some
dark.
popcorn. Like that's kind of
I
like
suppose.
It's not called Netflix and chill for
that's
nothing.
kind of like a date, right? Like
Well,
But
anything could be considered a date if it's one on
True.
one.
You
True,
watch
but it
kids
should-
with movie. You watch
A therapy
movies
session.
with kids.
But it
yeah,
should
that's
tell
not
you
intimate.
like, hey, I'm going to a concert with my friend that like I've known for 10 years and we like the same band. I'm like, all right, cool, like whatever.
Yeah.
Now I would like to think that I would go into it being, all right, cool. Like
Then we're
that's
going back to
fine.
his house, and I might not have reception.
No, that's not. See, that's different. Don't all of a sudden your phone dies when you get back home. or-
I'm just
like that's different. But
Man.
like if that's the case, then cool. Like, but that's me now. Back then, no,
I don't know, brother. I
Back
know
then,
you. I feel like
now.
you would have a problem with that.
not now. No, if it happens now, that's what I'm saying. Like going into a new
Yeah.
relationship, I meet her. She has guy friends because I have girlfriends. I have friends that are girls that I would never, that line wouldn't get crossed. It's just she's like a therapist. to
It
me, like
doesn't-
my best friend.
I don't think it
Literally
necessarily
my
has
best-
to be
one of my
crossed
best.
as much as it needs to be respected on the behalf of your partner if they're uncomfortable with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What
I
if-
think I
what if
lost.
they-
I think I lost a potential relationship because I told her I have a relationship with this girl. She means this much to me. I think she was just like not cool with it.
I
think-
wouldn't.
I think
I
that's-
wouldn't be cool with it.
I wouldn't. Yeah, that's
I
fair.
am not cool with it.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I think my answer is it depends. It's okay to be friendly, have
Mhm.
friends, social media, sure, they're friends.
Yeah.
But as far as like I think there are lines that can potentially be crossed. Whether there's what's the extent of the conversations? Are
Right.
you how often are you guys hanging out? Are you guys hanging out? Why are you guys hanging out? Is it necessary to be hanging out?
I'm not cool with you getting drunk with this guy every other weekend.
Well, whether you're sober or not.
That's I think
Me-
it's a big. Yeah.
Me personally, I wouldn't see. I would not be okay with like, hey, I just want to go hang out with this dude, he's my friend, blah blah blah.
If it's every 3 months you guys grab dinner together,
Mhm.
cool. But if it's like a every week, then
That's
I think
still
that's
weird.
different.
That's still
I think
weird to
that's
me.
different. No, like I think if like, hey, there's a band in town, we watch this band, we've been friends forever, we're going to a concert, but I'm coming home to you after,
Yeah.
or like, well, me and you will meet up after, but I'm gonna go to the show. Obviously, you don't want to go. Then I'm like, all right, that's cool. That's me. That's how I would handle it now.
I feel like you're
But-
speaking mainly for yourself
I am speaking for myself
because you're
100%.
not considering whether you would be okay if your partner did that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Exactly. So I think
I don't know. I'm very,
you're-
but I'm very insecure. I am. There's no doubt. I'm insecure.
exactly. That's why.
I
bas-
still need more therapy.
yeah.
Like, I'm not healed. Like I need. I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying. But
All right. What about you, Lindsay? What do you think?
I mean, I don't think
As the friendly female, you know,
right.
a lot of guy friends, or can easily get a lot of guy friends.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't go and hang out with a dude friend, just a dude friend. But if it was a group of people,
Mhm.
yeah, like I think that that's acceptable.
like a set of friends.
Yeah,
Not just,
like
like,
let's say it's like a group of people from work. Sure. That's fine. Like for there to be like guys there to have like coworker guy friends, you have to be at least like cordial or friendly, with your coworkers. But I don't know how comfortable I would be with like Mikhail having like a girlfriend that he like gets on the phone and like has conversations.
Therapy.
Yeah.
I need my therapy, babe.
Well, that's what I like.
don't know. I have like
That's
that,
what I'm
yeah.
for.
That's
You know what I
and
mean?
That's,
Like-
and that's
Yeah.
my point. Eventually, those things, your girl best friend, should eventually become your girlfriend if you're dating intentionally to marry,
Hmm.
or your wife. If
And I
that's
mean, I
already
understand
what
that there are personally, in our relationship, we don't have any of this type of relationships, but sure, there might be relationships where you literally grew up next door to each other and your families have known each other or whatever. That's fine. You know, maybe, or if you have like a girl cousin.
But I'm sure boundaries would be set.
Yeah, boundaries absolutely would be set. And I'm sure it would never be a thing where it's me and just this person by myself. Yeah. And I mean, if it was, I would legit, like, we don't necessarily do much without each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going, he's probably going. If he's going, I'm likely going. So that's my thought.
But I think you can have friends that are not necessarily best friends, but you can still have friends.
No, yeah, that's not what we're saying.
Like, you know, like I have friends that are DJs or friends that are in different industries that we're just cool. Like, hey, like, what's up? How you doing? Like, yeah, we're friends.
But how
doesn't mean I don't want to hang. Doesn't mean that we're gonna hang out and we're gonna do.
That's fine. Yeah,
So
we have friends that male and female follow each other, and
I think you can have
if they send us a hey whatever, that's cool. But anything more intimate than that, I think might be. I mean, but it's also subjective to the person. Yeah, subjective to her, subjective to me, and if it's not okay for me, or vice versa, I would be considerate to how she feels about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I definitely would like not go do something if he wasn't down, if he wasn't cool with it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
like,
vice versa.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. Like, if I got a girlfriend and she says, "Hey, you can't talk to," like, we'll say, my friend, for example, like, you can't talk to her ever again, or you can't go to her for therapy. I don't know. That's all I know. Like, that's my. If I'm going through something, that's who I call. Like, I need to talk. I need to get something off my chest.
That's
call her.
Sure.
Like, that's just my.
That's weird.
But that
though,
could
man.
never be like nothing because of other things that have happened.
So if you're
like,
dating a girl and she's like, I have this guy friend, right? But I need to be able to hang out with him whenever I need, or I need to be able to go to him.
I have to talk to
for
him.
Therapy.
Only
yeah.
Like when we're like, okay,
I get
if you're
it.
dating a girl
No, I get
and
what you're
you two
saying.
are having issues and she needs to go to this dude to talk your issues out
I'm
with
gonna be
him.
pissed. I'm gonna be mad.
So why are you okay doing it?
Right.
It's just
Okay.
I'm-
As
hey,
long
I'm-
as you
I'm
recognize
still-
That's
the
weird.
I get it though.
the
I'm
line and
wrong.
logic.
Yeah, I'm probably wrong in that.
I didn't say you're wrong.
No, I think
No,
I
yeah,
am wrong.
yeah.
No, and I get it. Like, that looks wrong, but that's.
And I'm not even
I still need to heal from that, but that's just how I feel.
I'm not even necessarily pointing out unfriending or
Yeah.
whatever. It's just the amount of comfort from your partner
I do
or
think-
discomfort to
Right.
take that into.
There's definitely have to be boundaries too. I think if I have a girlfriend, obviously I'm not gonna go to this person because I had a bad day. That's what my girl's for. I'll go to my girl
Exactly.
for that. But
Exactly.
I think there are certain things though, like if I'm dealing with something, I'll call that person just because that's
What if
cool.
I guess the kink, the wrench in it is what if your girl says like
I have a
it makes
problem
me
with that.
it just makes me uncomfortable. I'm not accusing you of anything. I just don't feel comfortable with the fact that you can't come to me when you're dealing with something.
It's valid.
And
Very
you have to
valid.
come to another female, which I don't know her intentions. I know yours,
Yeah.
but I can't speak to her. I don't know
think
her.
it would be. I think I would be okay to like. All right, maybe like I get what you're saying.
You'd be
right.
open to it.
Yeah, because I'm sure my friend who's a girl doesn't. If she has to never hear my bullshit again, I'm sure she'll be okay with that. Like,
I mean,
let
I
me
don't
spread
know.
my bullshit to my girl instead. But
Would you prefer? I don't know. Would it be easier if I just went, if I didn't vent, if I needed to vent? Or do you like when I vent? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. How do you feel?
I mean, I know that there's like obviously things that you want to vent to your friends about. Like,
Sure.
you don't want to vent to me about me.
Sure.
Right. You know what I mean? And I do think that
That's fair.
yeah, you know, like
But
there's
what if I went to like another girl? That wouldn't be okay, right?
no.
Okay, right.
that's. I mean, you guys are married.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well,
But even
my
when
girl
you're
told
not
me-
married,
But
I
the-
feel like if you're not married, that's even more of a reason to not go to another female to ask about your relationship problems because I don't know, like that. I don't know. It just doesn't feel trustful. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like for me, just me,
mhm.
for the last 10 years, I've probably gone to this person about with whatever I'm going through, life, relationship, any girl I'm talking to, this is the person I go to. And I talk to, hey, like, what do you think about this? Am I bugging? and I know that I'll get an honest reaction. She'll be like, "Hey, you're being a bitch," or like, "Hey, you need, yeah, you're acting, you overreacted," or "Hey, get out of your head." Like, I'll get an honest opinion from her.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like having a female's perspective because if that's like if I go to Sal, Sal's gonna give me an objective. He's gonna tell me the truth. He's not gonna tell me what I want to hear. Same thing with Baby Cake. Same thing with you. You guys don't tell me, what I want to hear. You're gonna tell me what I need to hear. You're gonna tell me the truth.
Sure.
That's what I feel like I get when I talk to my friend. Like, hey, like.
I think the difference is if your lady that you're dating has a problem with it.
Yeah, that's the.
That-
Then
that's
you
the
have to
question.
decide: Are
I've
you going to
never had
continue to
that-
do this to make her uncomfortable, or are you going to respect her?
I haven't been in that situation yet, so I can't
So
speak to it.
You haven't thought about it yet.
Nah.
That's fair.
I mean, in the past, right? Like in previous old relationships, it came up, and then we didn't really talk. But going forward, I mean, that was a long time ago.
Sure.
We were kids.
That's fair. I mean, if you haven't given it thought, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. But to answer the question, do I think men can have friendships with women and it's no sexual, no ulterior motives? I think yes. I think it's possible.
That's fair. All right, that's fair. I think most of us would say yes, maybe with some caveats. It depends.
There's your little here and there.
It depends, right? Okay. Let me see.
Message.
Next question. What song best describes you, aka your intro song? Have you guys ever thought about that? I've never thought about that
Never.
either.
Never.
Rick's wedding, I think when we had songs when we came out to, but I don't. Now, fuck.
If you had to pick an intro song, you're coming out to WWE, what are you doing?
Damn. What is my intro song?
Yeah.
I'm coming out to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Just Stone Cold? You
The,
just wanna-
the glass shattering,
yeah.
the walk, I'm shaving my head, all of it.
Stone beers all
I'm
over.
definitely walking out like Vince McMahon. The Vince McMahon
But what
walk, that's the iconic
But
walk.
what song?
I don't know. I want to say.
I'm coming
I
out
don't
to
know, let's
DJ
come
Unk,
back.
walk it out.
Walk it out.
R.I.P.
Walk it out. That's a good
I know
one.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
R.I.P.
crazy. That's crazy. I don't know.
Have you
Lindsay,
thought about that before?
Lindsay, what do you think? I need a minute.
Song that best describes?
Yeah.
Put it on the.
It's the
All
whitest
right,
shit
pull
I've
it up.
ever
I don't want
heard.
to
Take
copyright.
that shit out.
That's the wildest. What is that?
What is that?
Whitest
Yeah,
shit
That has
what
to
is
be
I've
like
heard
an
in my
all white
life.
band.
What is that? What is that?
It's
Pierce the Veil?
no.
No.
You are such an emo girl.
It's a band called Head Automatica. It's a song called Beating Hearts Baby.
Head Automatica.
Never even
That's
heard
how
of them.
those type of women like to date to get head automatically.
Hey, that was good.
Fire.
What about you?
I don't know.
I've
never thought about it.
I don't know.
Why is that such a hard question, right?
I don't know. Like,
That's a hard one, right?
yeah,
That's a
because
hard
it's
one.
like
You know what?
I wouldn't know how to describe
me-
myself. Like, I think I'm.
Yeah, not
You can't
to,
put me in a box.
Not
Like,
to connect so deeply
Nobody
to,
puts baby
to,
in a
to
corner.
a song, because I don't think I have a song that deep that I just like, that's my song.
Yeah.
But I have a song like in the moment that I, it's whatever I'm into now.
Yeah.
And I'd say maybe if I had to pick one now, I would do the Kendrick,
Hey now, say now.
yeah, Hey Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
That's
one.
my
That's
jam.
'cause you
I
like
got
to-
another.
That's
I
a
got,
good one.
I got another.
That's because you
good
like to
one.
crip walk, though.
What is that? Hey, there you
I
go.
hate this song.
There you go.
I
Yeah.
hate this song. But I hate it not because I don't think it's a good song. It's a great song, but it's such a cliche.
Sure.
It's like anytime you're out, they're like, "Oh, shout out the West Coast," and then they play California Love.
Yeah,
Why do you
yeah,
like
I
that, man? Why do you like
that's
that?
my inner history.
Yeah, like you.
that is my inner.
You hate
Yes.
everything that's mainstream,
Yes.
even if it's good.
That's
Yes,
good.
1,000%.
Right.
I will own that.
It could
I
be
will
something
own
that's
that. Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's mainstream.
Everyone
I
likes
don't like
it.
I liked it
I
before.
can't like it.
Yeah, I liked it before. Like,
Oh, dude.
I know it's I don't know. That's how I'm wired.
Do you have one to throw off the cuff that
No, I
stands
don't,
out to
man.
you? No.
I would say
It'd be like some rock band or something. I don't
Little
know.
Some rock band, little Metallica.
a little,
coming
Yeah.
out.
little scrappy, no problem, probably.
No, not even.
He is the-
DMX slipping. I
It'd be
don't
like
know,
Metallica 1 or something.
He's the
What's that?
Sandman.
Enter the Sandman.
There you
Yours,
go.
yours
I
would
can
be
see
some
that.
sort of Jay-Z song.
It has to be a Jay-Z
Dude,
song.
yeah.
But which one?
Encore.
Come on.
Rock Boys.
Come on, 5 seconds, because I got another. We got a lot.
All right.
5,
If I have
4.
to pick one,
3, 2.
Jay-Z Allure.
Perfect.
When
I
the
love
Remy's
it.
in the system.
Hey, that's a good one.
Ain't no telling if you.
Okay, another one. A little introspective. What cereal would best describe you?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Damn, I like that one a lot.
Why?
I don't eat cereal.
You don't eat cereal?
No, I
You
never
used to
have.
eat cereal with orange juice.
Yeah, I was in high school.
What cereal was that?
Pops.
All right, for the record, it would be Pops.
I get
The yellow box?
Pops?
Pops?
Corn pops?
Yeah,
I don't
corn
know what
Pops.
they were
Yeah,
called.
Corn Pops.
Pops.
Corn
Oh.
Pops. Corn Pops.
That's the yellow box, right?
Corn Pops or Pops?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
We were
that.
poor, dude. I grew
Or
up on-
Frosted Flakes.
I grew up
Sorry.
on, I grew up on cakes.
Fire
Frosted
too.
Flakes.
Those are
Why?
fire
Because
too.
you're great.
Yeah, because they're great.
With
Fire
OJ
too.
though? Is that the one you eat with OJ?
Oh,
what cereal did you
say
eat with
OJ? I'm thinking about OJ Simpson.
No, what cereal did you drink with, did you eat with orange juice?
He said Pops.
Was
Pops.
it Pops? Okay.
But also Frosted Flakes. I would do Frosted Flakes with Kool-Aid.
You
What the
savage.
fuck is wrong with you?
You savage.
What are you talking about?
I love that.
I love that.
Extra sugary.
All right, I think I'd go the Reese's Puff since Cinnamon Toast Crunch is taken.
Yeah, cinnamon toast fire.
What would you?
Because you can eat that shit raw. Just out the
Yeah,
bag.
you can. You really can.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know what
What's
I
a
would
white
pick.
cereal? Like,
Crispex.
Oh, what?
oh,
No.
crispy. Yeah.
No,
Special
is it-
K.
Flakes.
Not really a lot of
Special
flavor,
K.
but we
Raisin
always
Bran.
crispy.
Raisin Bran. That's what I was trying to think
Something
of.
expensive.
Or the wheat. Isn't there like a wheat mix or something? Wheat
like
mix?
Or
Chex-
grape
like a Chex
nuts.
Mix?
Some
Yeah.
shit we
Grape
can't get.
nuts.
Yeah.
Some shit we were told no, we can't have. That
Like the
shit.
name brand shit.
Yeah.
We used to get. I had grew up on Great Value. What was it? Flavor Aid. We never had Kool-Aid.
There you
My mom
go.
used to buy Flavor Aid.
Flavor Aid.
That was the off-brand Kool-Aid package.
Yeah, we've been there too.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Message.
Would you be disappointed if any of your kids were gay?
No.
No.
No. I
Never.
mean, that's a quick one. No.
Yeah.
I think, at least, speaking for myself, I think we're progressed enough to understand that, like, people can't choose that.
Yeah.
They are who they are. If that turns out to be the case, like, it is what it is, Like, I'd be happy as long as they, they love themselves, they love me, they're happy. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
I would just hope that he is, for me, if my son ended up saying he's gay, that he is prepared for the world that might not accept it,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
just prepare yourself for that.
Yeah.
But be the smartest gay guy in the world, and
Right.
be like the smartest, be the best version of yourself. And
Yeah.
I don't care if you're gay.
They are who
Which
they
would
are.
be regardless of their sexual orientation.
Right.
Right.
Just still be
Yeah.
like aware that there's some people that might not like it, but be yourself.
Sure.
Always be yourself. I tell my kid that all the time. Be yourself.
Hopefully, none of them are starting fires.
Hopefully, as long as they
Right.
don't start fires.
Don't start fires in LA.
No friction fires. That's
Yeah.
all I care about.
Yeah, don't give nobody your email address because
Yeah.
As long as I don't raise an asshole, like I'm good.
Yeah. they're
I
good
want to
people.
raise a great young man.
They're
That's
a
Yeah.
good
all I
person.
care about. I don't care if you're gay.
All right. Yeah. All right. Everybody's on the same page there.
Message.
How do you fix a broken relationship with a good friend that seems to not make the same effort to fix it as you?
Oof.
I think that if they're not making an effort, then it likely isn't worth your effort. I think it should go both ways. And if you're fixing a friendship, first of all, how did it get broken? And second, if you're reaching out to like fix a relationship and they're not corresponding, then that to me is my signal that they're not.
Match energy.
Yeah.
Just
So
match
would you
energy.
say try and then after a while just abort?
Yeah, I mean,
mission?
if you want to repair the relationship, then yeah, you should, make a point to reach out. And if the person doesn't continue, like reciprocate, then yeah, time to move on. And I mean, that would be the same if it was a romantic relationship or a friendship.
What do you guys?
match
What do you
match,
got?
match the energy? If I'm trying to, if I fucked up and I match the energy, just match energy. If I fucked up and I said something and this person feels like they don't want to be my friend because of what I said, and I am trying to actively fix the friendship, but they're just not having it, then I'll just walk away.
Yeah.
Fair?
I'm trying. If you don't want to match it, you're not trying back, or you just moved on. You don't want to not get back, but you don't want to build on what we once had. You're that offended off of what I said or what I did, and it's fine.
All right.
Match the energy.
What do you think?
I think you keep extending the olive branch. I think you try to be compassionate and understanding because maybe they're going through stuff that you don't know about. Pride and ego are very powerful things that
Yeah, they are.
tend to dominate our influence and our decision. And I think if both people have pride, nothing's going to get resolved. Somebody has to be prideless. Somebody has to take their ego out of it to try to mend the relationship. But if you're doing that and it's still not working, then you focus your effort and your time somewhere else.
That's fair.
Can't keep trying.
I agree. You do the best you can.
Yeah.
Just kind of put it out there how much you really want them around. And after a while, depending on, you know, the extent of this relationship, family, friend, or whoever, I would say, you know, it's also subjective to you, you know, like do whatever makes you, whatever's in your heart, you know, like maybe go into it not necessarily looking for the, you know, an outcome, but it's because it's in your heart to keep reaching out and wanting to do it. And once you no longer, you know, feel that you're getting what you need, you know, from that, be okay, like kind of aborting mission and understanding that in your heart, you really had that intention to like mend things, but it's also okay to understand that you grow apart and you can't force someone to be your friend. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay, you know, like some people just don't want to be involved anymore, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Still love them. We'll always love them. Doesn't mean we don't want them to ever come back around and want us to be in their life, but you know, we also can't necessarily like just wait around forever either, you know. But let's do what's in your heart.
Message.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Easy yes for me as well. Yes.
Wait, Baby Cakes put me on to the Hawaiian pizza with jalapeno.
Oh, that's
And I will say
Mikhail's.
that's a fire. Was that your doing?
I don't
Yeah.
know. That is
I've
my
only
favorite
had that.
though.
I've only had that with Baby Cakes.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Hawaiian with
I'm sure it's not that
jalapenos?
uncommon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
Bless you.
you.
So if there's jalapenos on it, yes. But
Yeah.
by itself, pineapple pizza, no. But if you put a little spice,
I
little,
like a good sweet and savory.
I can do it either way. All right. Yes, all around. Yes, all around.
Message.
When loading a toilet paper roll, is it supposed to be loaded with the paper rolling over or under?
doesn't
Over.
matter. Doesn't matter.
Over.
Doesn't
Over.
matter.
It bothers me when people load it the other
Well,
way.
Really?
Right, and
It
you
bothers me.
actually end up wasting more toilet paper when it's under.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When it's under, I feel like
How? I count
No,
the
that's
squares.
science.
Give me
No,
like
that's
a solid
science.
couple squares. I'm like, all right, we're good.
it's also been proven that when it's under, you're more likely to get shit on your hands. At least in my experience.
What?
Wow.
You also wipe your ass when you take a piss. So
Whoa!
I
Wait a
don't know.
minute.
I
Wipe
don't
my
know.
ass when you take a piss.
I never do that.
Wow.
I do use wipes though when I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I use wipes. Shout out to wipes.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
you do wipes?
Wipes are good.
Huh?
Do you buy the dude wipes or you just buy the regular
No,
ones?
just regular wipes. I don't know.
The dude wipes are pretty. They smell
They're
good.
expensive, aren't they?
Do you put? Are you buying baby wipes?
Yeah,
Or are
baby
you,
wipes.
You're not buying like actual toilet wipes. Are you putting
they're,
these
they're
baby?
flushable. They're flushable wipes.
Okay.
It says on the package flushable.
Yeah, the
Okay.
dude wipes are flushables. They're meant to be flushed. They're called dude wipes.
Got it.
Dude.
Yeah, because dudes' assholes are way different than chicks' assholes, and they need to be wiped.
Well, they're also like the
differently.
ones I buy the XL because I got a big old ass.
There's a lot more hair around them. I'll tell you that.
I don't got a hairy ass.
Waiting for lady.
I
I mean,
like
in
Rick.
general, men's assholes have a lot more hair around
Oh
them.
yeah, shout out Rick.
Wow.
I wasn't gonna say anybody's name.
No.
I'm just saying in general.
Shout out, Rick. We know you're listening. Love
Yeah.
you, bro.
Love you, Rick.
Message.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
I'm a waffles kind of guy.
Yeah, because you get to
personally.
put the syrup in the little squares and you
Yeah,
get to see it
that's
like
nice.
sit there.
Depends on who's making them.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well,
you can-
Pancake House has
Nothing
the best
beats
waffles.
nothing beats my mother's homemade pancakes.
All right.
But
that's fair.
outside in
like a Denny's or
yeah,
whatever.
anywhere waffles.
Okay.
You didn't like
Belgian.
my pancakes?
They were good too.
My pancake.
Belgian.
My pancakes.
Belgian waffles.
All right. Fair
Mm.
enough.
I like waffles.
All right.
Especially when you have waffles with like the strawberry
And the whipped cream.
Oh,
I've done
man.
that before.
And
Oh.
chopped up banana.
I just like
Oh.
seeing the syrup, like the pool of syrup.
The
just sit
waffle I
there.
had at what is
Fire.
it? Tropicali, whatever that place was.
Yeah.
The-
That
I
shit
gave
was
you a piece?
so fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
Like a good
Shout out
homemade waffle.
Tropicali.
Yeah. Shout out
Like
Tropicali.
after you
Can't
eat
beat
them,
that.
straight up
Yeah, I gotta tag him somewhere in our
Todo
video
parado.
for the love. Message. Is there a weight limit for wearing leggings?
Yeah, fat bitch, you stop wearing them leggings with them white Nike socks.
Whoa,
Sorry,
God,
that was
you had
aggressive. Sorry, that was aggressive.
Such a formed out thought about that already.
So what do you think? So what do you think about it, Adrian?
So what's the weight limit?
Oh man,
Honestly,
Leggings?
Yeah, leggings.
I don't know. Everybody
I
should-
think that
everybody
anybody
deserves to be
can wear
comfortable.
whatever they want.
Mhm.
My thing is just it needs to fit properly.
So what is?
In Trump's America,
That's a
Make
weight,
sure-
that's a weight limit.
Right? No,
Trump's
make sure.
America,
What
you can
I'm
wear what you
saying
want.
is make sure that you're buying the right size.
Okay, that's fair.
Because no matter if you're big or hold on, no matter if you are small or large, nobody wants to see through your leggings. Period. I just want you to.
buy quality leggings. Don't buy
Yeah.
the see-through joints and then
Yeah.
wear white panties. And
Yeah,
get mad.
everybody can wear whatever the fuck they want.
well,
It's not my body, so I don't care what they wear.
yeah. I don't
Got no
care,
leggings,
but
you
just
got
be prepared to be judged. You know,
Sure.
like I don't care. Do what you want, but just know if you are hefty and you wear some tight leggings, people may think a thing or two. I might think a thing or two.
Yeah. The worst one, you don't know if they're.
I'm not gonna
are
say
such
anything.
You don't know if it's like
I'm not
behind.
gonna
or-
say anything.
You ever see one where they're like, you don't know if it's their stomach or their butt?
You ever see dudes wear leggings in the gym and they're so
hate
tight that
that.
it's got like they got like ball dick ball. It looks like a
No.
division sign.
I
It's like,
hate
what are
when
you
dudes
doing,
wear
dude?
leggings. I feel like there's a gym starter pack now, like a new generation of like these dudes. It's like Nike Blazers.
They're wearing leggings.
Nike Blazers,
Yeah.
leggings, hoodies with no sleeves. That's like the gym starter
What's
pack.
wild is
I
when you see a
fucking
dude in the
hate
gym
that.
wearing leggings and you're like, from behind you don't realize it's a dude and you're like,
Hey,
checking
yo,
them out a little
hey,
bit.
Yo, where's the
and
hey,
then
yo
that, like
button?
you're like, damn,
Hey, yo,
that
what
that
the
girl
fuck?
squats, and then they turn around and have a full beard.
There's a
Whoa.
comedian. What's his
Whoa.
name? You guys heard of Concrete, the Hispanic
Yeah,
comedian?
yeah.
One of his latest posts, it's him just doing the isotoner.
I've seen that.
where he's
I've
shaking.
seen
It
yeah.
starts with an ass just isotoning, and then it
It's him.
backs up.
You back up and it's him.
And it's just his face. He's like, "What are you looking
Yeah,
at?
what are you checking me out for,
I've seen
dude?
that.
Yeah, concrete,
Oh man,
concrete's funny as fuck for that. But yeah, okay, all right. Well, I guess it just whatever. It depends. We don't. I've never thought about that.
I don't think dudes, period, should be wearing leggings.
Fat girls stop wearing leggings with white Nike socks and New Balances.
I
please.
don't mind leggings. I guess. I mean, for a guy, I don't. I think it's kind of weird to wear them just legging with no shorts on top or something. I've seen that.
Nobody wants to
oh,
see.
it
Leggings
happens a
with no
lot in
shorts
the
on
gym.
them.
Like
Oh,
just
yeah.
leggings,
Just
no
leggings?
shorts on
Yeah,
top,
that's
and you
weird.
literally see outline of everything.
At least put shorts on.
Oh, the dudes?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
I'm
All
seeing some
right.
crazy shit lately in the gym.
Have you ever gone down a water slide naked?
No.
That was from Andres. That was 100%
I wasn't
from
there that
Andres.
night. I was not there that night. So no.
I was there, but I didn't get to go down the water slide, so I wasn't naked. I was chilling on a beach chair.
I could see you not partaking in.
Nah,
in
I was
that.
on a beach chair. I was
Yeah.
there. I was there
That's-
when we
that's
all
very
ran
macabre.
away.
Were you
Yeah.
vibing? You were vibing with a chick.
I had
No, he's by
nah,
himself.
I was
Oh.
with one of us.
He was,
Yeah,
he was with a whiskey bottle.
Yeah.
yeah, I was chilling with a drink,
That-
just hanging out.
Sunglasses on in the middle of the night.
It's all pitch black
Yeah.
out there.
He did have
That-
sunglasses.
Yeah,
on.
that's Macau. That's
9 o'clock at night.
Everybody else is
Oh
doing
my
their dumb
God.
shit.
Yeah.
Macau
so
was
none,
just like,
so you weren't
chilling. I
there.
wasn't there that
I was
night.
chilling. Were you one of the ones that went down the slide?
You were there. Baby Cakes was there. Rick was there.
Were you-
Andres was there. I wasn't
What?
there.
Were you actually someone?
I don't
who's
know who
hyp-
went.
who's,
I don't know who went down
hypothetically
naked.
gone down a water slide naked?
Mate, hypothetically,
Yes.
there's a lot of
hypothetically.
hypotheticals in life.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I may or may not have. I was there.
I was.
So the answer is, have you ever
If that's Andres, you son of a bitch.
gone down a water slide
You
naked?
son of a bitch.
Who else would know about
Have
that?
you lived a little bit?
Yeah, that had to have been Andres. But yes, I've gone down a water slide.
You were one of the ones?
Yeah.
Nice.
Naked.
And I mean, to be fair, how we got in this position, I think we got hit up one time. We were out and we were told that show up here and someone would let us in through the side gate
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and they would turn on a couple water slides. It was in the middle of the night, water slide local here in the South Bay.
Whitewater Canyon. Was it? It wasn't Whitewater Canyon. I
Oh,
think it was.
I don't remember what name it was.
At that time, it was called Soak City.
Was
There
Soak
you
City?
go.
At that time, it was called Soak City.
it was Soak City.
And yeah, they had a couple water slides going, and a bunch of people were there doing it. Some of us were chilling, and then after a while, helicopters started flying over the place. So we ran off and went somewhere else.
Everybody
you know?
scurried.
But that
Helicopters
was-
were like flying over on the PA system.
Yeah, that was a cool story though. I thought that was sick.
Good times.
Shout out whoever sent that.
Times.
Is water wet?
No.
I think so. I've never thought about it. I don't know.
Water's not wet. Water is what happens when you get water on you. You become wet. The water in itself cannot be wet
Why is that?
because it's not
So you're talking about like a noun versus an adjective.
like if I pour water on you, you become wet. If I whisper sweet nothings in your ear, you become wet. But if
Jesus.
but that alone
Buy me a
that,
drink
that
first.
makes you
Damn.
wet, right? Like that makes you wet. The fact
What if
that
I told you I
water,
was made of water?
but you're not wet. You're just made of water. You're not wet.
Hmm.
Water is not wet.
Hmm.
Water, you become wet once water gets on you. That's right.
Yeah, I would have to. As much as I don't want to, I'd have to agree with Adrian. No, I'm joking. I think it's I get where you're going with your train of thought, and I agree with it. It's like being wet is a form of being
It's what happens after the fact.
like interacting with water.
Yeah.
But water is not. Well, that's weird. But water is.
So water is not considered wet because wet refers to the state of something being covered by a liquid. And since water itself is a liquid, it cannot be wet by its own definition.
Boom. That's what I was trying to say.
Yep.
That's 100% what I was trying to say.
It can only make other things wet by coming into contact with them. Like I'm water because I make them wet. I'm saying?
Damn, dude. It's a bar right there. It's a bar right there.
Oh man,
Spit or lube?
I can't generate enough spit sometimes.
I'm exiting this conversation.
I mean, spit is cheaper.
Oh, we know about your spit. Oh, tell us your spit story.
Hell
You the
no.
spitter.
Oh man, come on.
You the
no.
spitter.
Exiting
Alright.
this conversation.
What about your White Claw story?
Nope. White Claw's pretty good.
Yeah, maybe if we generate enough, like,
Yeah, we got to get bigger so he could.
yeah.
It's funny because the people that know that story will laugh at this right now, knowing that I'm avoiding it. But
Yeah, they know.
You're supposed to have honest conversation, but it's okay. All right, fine. Input? No. Abort mission.
I can't.
No.
It depends on how much spit you need. You know, like, am I trying to fill up a bucket? I can't
I
do
think
that.
that I
you
feel
ever
like
spit in the butt to make it go in?
personally, I feel like lube makes it too slippery.
I see.
I never use lube.
Yeah.
I've never.
There's
never
not
used lube.
like because
Yeah, I don't have
without going,
can't- I
the
can't speak
friction
into
is
it.
like what feels good,
right.
and
right,
so
right.
when it's to me like lube is just it's slip and slide. There's no feeling
and
after
slide.
that.
Take
Lube
it
is
to
like
the
your
house.
driveway in Wisconsin when it's covered with black ice. You just
Yeah,
done.
yeah. Whereas like
No, you know what I'm saying? Though?
spit is like natural, your natural like
It
body
lubes it up,
viscosity,
But you
right?
still have
Like,
friction. That's a good
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
That's
can't
fair.
generate enough spit.
Well, right, and sometimes that happens. You take a nice big old drink of water and then just
You're back.
I am exiting this conversation.
Dude, don't be so
Wait, you didn't answer.
I said
Spit.
spit because
Oh,
it's
spit.
because it's free. So
Oh,
might as well just do spit.
you are frugal.
Sometimes.
well. Also, spit is just right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't have to open up a.
Yeah, or like
KY
go find
jelly
it,
jar.
Open
or
up the
like
drawer, run
Yeah.
across the room
Yeah.
naked and shit.
make her feel like she's the
I'm
fucking.
way
That's
too-
an awkward.
I'm way
That's
too
an awkward
immature.
time. Every
Yeah.
time.
I'm
like,
way
hold on,
too
I'll be right back.
immature, Like
Walk.
if I gotta
Butt
go get a
ass
bottle of
naked.
lube, like I'm squirting it everywhere. I'm gonna tap on your back. Like I'm not. I'm way too immature for lube.
Whoa.
I believe it.
Yeah, no.
You
I saw
got it.
porn one time where the girl like got the biggest bottle of olive oil and was just like all
Olive oil.
over herself, and I
Oh,
What do
Yeah.
you think?
Was
What
she
do you think
Italian?
Diddy prefers?
Oh, that's that.
Baby
That's
oil.
a different
that
type
Johnson
of oil.
and
though.
Johnson, baby.
That's that different
That
Johnson.
and
girl.
Johnson.
That's that different. That's that wild.
That
shit.
That's that lube that has secrets.
That Crisco.
Makes you forget you were a man.
Oh, fuck
Oh.
That Crisco.
that Crisco.
All right. Inquiring minds want to know, who is Mr. Break the Bed? I don't want to look at nobody.
well, I'm not a mister, so
I'm gonna look
a
straight
lot
at
of
the
these
table.
don't even like apply to me. So I'm just gonna.
I'd like to know who asked that question.
Well, they're anonymous.
I will say on the record that I was there when that happened.
And
But I did not break the bed.
Were you?
Yes, I was there.
I will say
You were
it
there.
wasn't me. So that only leaves
2 people.
Me.
Oh, okay. All
There you go.
right.
Me. It was
That's
me.
you.
It
Yeah.
was me. It was a great time. We had a lot of fun that night. Shit happened. That was a crazy. You were there because now I remember.
We
Yeah. Shout out to my friend that
It
we
was
spoke
your
about
bed.
earlier. Threw me the fucking
the
maze-
oop.
Threw me the oop. I was like, yo, go take that down. Took it down.
You finished.
Broke the bed. We ended up breaking the bed.
Question.
It was a girl who she was on her way home. It
So the
was-
bed you broke wasn't yours or the girls that you were with?
No, we were at a house party.
Yeah.
And then the girls whose room that we used, she was at work. And then she was on her way home after the bed broke.
Did you pay her back for the bed?
Of course, no. Well, I don't think I've ever talked to her since. But we left. We finished, and then the bed was broke, and like 7 people went into the room. They were like, "She's on her way. Like, we gotta get the bed fixed." And then I was like, "Yeah, let's fix the bed." And then I went downstairs. And then,
He told me
What
that
an
when he
asshole.
came
Yeah,
downstairs.
yeah.
He's like, "Hey, they're upstairs trying to fix the bed
Like,
that I
can we
just
go?
broke.
Like, can
we need
we-
to get out of here."
What an asshole.
And we left shortly after that.
yeah.
Oh man,
Damn.
That was that was a long time ago.
Last year.
he was
not
a
me.
different person.
No,
Yeah.
this was years.
Yeah,
All right. Sounds good.
Over.
It's a good story.
that was high.
No, it was in high school, but
right
it was,
after high school.
It was. Yeah, maybe
We were
like,
going to Southwestern, I think.
Yeah, it was definitely over 10 years ago. It was a long time ago. So
Different person.
a different person. We'll never do that now.
All right.
God's working on all of us.
Okay. What is the biggest challenge about being in a intercultural relationship?
I don't know nothing about that.
What do you think?
I think it's mostly like the misunderstanding of
That's a good one.
like different points of views or different ways of handling things. I know personally for me, a lot of things things might seem disrespectful to one person but not to another. So I think that's kind of
Right.
the hardest thing.
Right.
That's like cultural differences, though, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so
I mean,
too.
because for me, a lot of it is my tone, I guess, is not what people like when I am expressing myself.
Sure. Yeah.
And for me, like I talk differently to my parents than
How I did with mine.
than Mikhail speaks with his mom. Whereas I feel like I can kind of put more of my expressions or my opinions or my outlook on things to my parents more forward. I feel like Mikhail has had to do more of like, I'm not gonna say that to my mom. I was over here. I made my mom quit smoking when I had a kid. Like I straight up, I'm like, no, like I set those boundaries, whereas Mikhail doesn't necessarily have the ability. I don't want to say have the ability, but he doesn't see the need for boundaries as much as I do.
Well, you said it right with tone, I think.
Yeah.
It's the way it's delivered, I think, was like a common
Right.
misunderstanding.
But I'm also like a neurodivergent person. And so when I get excited or passionate about something, some people take it as me being rude, but it's me
Right.
just,
Your intentions weren't that.
yeah.
That's fair because, being, grown up Hispanic household, showing signs of respect
Mhm.
in the ways that I was versus hers are just different.
Mhm.
Yeah. Respect is
So,
important.
I would take things out of context with her tone, especially a lot at the beginning. Now, not so much. We kind of have a much better understanding.
Mhm.
tone wise, something I probably would have taken the wrong way before. I understand now, just with experience. But
And
I'd say that was the
I'm
biggest
really
thing.
sarcastic, and I can be dry sometimes, and so I might like say something and it's not taken the way that I mean it.
Sure,
which is
yeah.
fine.
But
Like,
as far
you
as
know, but
bigger-
I've also learned, he's learned to understand me a little bit better, but I've also learned to be more aware of how I'm projecting myself.
Right. As far as I don't know if this had to do anything meant with outside influences. I've never felt anything outside. We've had like funny little interactions when people would like, or someone, I think only once, right? Someone's ever walked up to us and was just like, "This is an abomination" type thing.
Yeah.
But it was some
We
crazy.
were at Balboa Park and we were just walking through Balboa Park and some guy walked by and was like, "You guys are abomination." And I didn't even catch it right away. And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Wow." And just
That's
walked on.
crazy.
But I mean, we
That's
also live
crazy.
in an area where it's not, I think it's really common to have people of
For
mixed
sure. I don't think it's that.
relationships.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's that crazy.
But I mean, in regards to like, I think that we're both not necessarily like the picture perfect version of a Hispanic,
Yeah, I'm not gonna
black
say I'm
kid.
traditional. or
right? I mean, you're half. First
Yeah.
of all, of black and Hispanic, and then second of all, you didn't grow up with a lot of black influence because you didn't grow up with that side of your family.
Exactly, yeah.
And then me, where yeah, I'm white, but I kind of have like a different, because all of my step siblings are half black, so I have a little bit of a different like view on things. So that in regards to like cultural things of like food or you know how our house is kept or whatever, nothing has been like crazy like that.
No.
You know, like, but coming into the role of a mother as a white woman to mixed kids, I've had to learn the way of the chancla. So
One day you'll use it.
I don't even have to use it. I just hold it up and they fucking scatter like roaches. So
Yeah, yeah, it's in our DNA.
They got it
I'm
easy.
just scared of it.
Message.
Mikhail, what is the craziest thing you've experienced when you were a trolley cop? Fuck. Such a long time ago. I was like 19 at the time. I don't know. The thing that comes to mind is when I had a partner. He saw a couple black kids on the train, and he liked to kind of stir shit up. So he thought, I guess it was a little, I don't know. I guess he thought it was funny to talk to them and tell them not to eat on the train. Technically, that's a rule, but I mean, it's the middle of the night. We're all heading back home. We're done. Oh, it's just technically he's in the right to do it, but fuck, like it's not hurting anybody. Do your thing. I want to go home, but whatever. I was with him. I was training. Tells the kids you can't eat on the train. They look back at him. They tell him, or no, he tells them not to eat on the train. They're like, okay. Goes back to the back of the train, and then they look back at him, throw some chips back in their mouth as they're looking at him, and he looks back at me, and he's just like, you fucking see that? Let's go fucking talk to them. I'm like, fuck. All right. I'm supposed to be his cover. And he goes over there, and he's just like, the kids weren't even watching him anymore, and he creeps up from behind as they're eating more chips. And as he approaches one, he's pretty much like, hey. And the kid he's talking to drops a chip on the floor. And he was just like, what did I tell you about eating on the train? And he was just like, I told you. And he steps on the chip. It's like a movie. Crunch. And he smears it. Not to eat on the train. And he grabs him. He throws him. He's like, Farias, 1016. Which means arrest, right? And I just catch the kid. I was just like, oh, shit. Okay. So I'm over here like 19, 20 years old, just trying to figure out like, hey, like, all right, this is what we're doing. So I grab the kid and I just tell him like, just chill, like relax, just, let's just go along. And
Kyle's good cop.
We pull off on the next station,
Like
somewhere
12
in
Imperial?
Imperial. I think it's 32nd at this point. And we pull off. He gets put in handcuffs, and one of our patrol cars show up, and the guy's like sitting there in handcuffs, and he's just like, one fucking chip. I'm in handcuffs over one chip, and I'm sitting there like, fuck, this whole thing did progress over fucking just eating on a train. This shit is stupid. Like, people could have got hurt, whatever. And then the patrol guy, he walks over, big guy, and he looks over at him all serious, and he's just like, what kind of chips? And I just realized, like, this whole thing is just like
A
It's show
joke.
force.
It's a joke.
it's a giant, like, not facade, but it's like a role play thing. Like,
It's a display of power. I'm the big bad trolley cop.
I think
It's
I
like-
know which Charlie Cop this was.
I feel like each person plays, like, I always had this, like, kind of internal, like, a lot of us are just like adults who play. We're like giant kids who role play as adults, pretending like we always know what they're doing. And in this case, anybody, like, if it was me by myself, technically, yes, this person is breaking a rule. But in my mind, am I really gonna jam up these kids that are like,
eating chips.
they're just minding their business, they're fucking going from A to B,
Right.
and I just want to. I'm about to be off the clock any minute now. I'm on my way back to our office.
So it reminds me of the story of when you were in summer school and you were told to take off your hoodie.
right,
And the teacher, tells you to take off your hoodie. You do it. You turn the corner and you turn your hoodie back on. And then you get kicked out of summer
got
school
caught
over
for
that.
that.
And how that changed the trajectory
that
of.
put me behind,
Yeah.
in which I couldn't graduate on time. And
So thinking of something like that where you're jamming up a kid over some stupid ass chips, maybe he was like leaving his job and he was on his way home too, and he was just like, like what a piece of. And then
Right.
what, he missed the train and there's no more trains and now he's gonna walk through fucking San Diego to get home or whatever. Like,
yeah, I just
So-
always think about what the really bad side of it could be over something so minuscule. Is it worth my
right?
my
What if
chance
that kid wasn't just an innocent kid? What if that kid was banging and that kid had a gun and this guy steps on the chip and bang bang,
one
both of
us
you are
gets
dead.
killed over it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like,
or vice
that's
versa.
crazy.
Or vice versa, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's probably the craziest thing, because life starts to click as far
Yeah.
as like what things actually mean when you think
No yawning.
when you
I know,
when
well-
you think, things are as important as they are.
Damn.
But anyways, that's my crazy story. I
Wait.
mean,
What kind of chips were there?
I think they were like Lay's or some bullshit.
Basic Lays?
They were basic, dude.
Imagine getting arrested for some basic
He does,
Lays.
honestly, you deserve to be arrested for that.
That's what
A
the
yellow bag?
That's what the
Yeah.
patrol
You're
guy.
going to
That's
jail
what
for
his
yellow
point
bag.
was trying to
Doritos?
be.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
And I was
arrest.
just sitting there
Yeah.
like, what are we doing? I want to go home. We're really staying, doing overtime over some fucking chips.
Message.
Saul, who or how is your ideal woman?
Who or how? How is your ideal woman?
Wait, what was that?
It says who or how is
Who
your
or
ideal
how?
woman.
Like a celebrity?
I mean,
just says
m-
who or how?
maybe-
Who's your ideal?
Maybe if there's a celebrity as an easy example, that might answer it pretty easy for you.
Martha Stewart.
Bingo.
Bad baby.
Oh man, I don't know.
I think that's a safe way to answer it. Let's pick a celebrity.
Well, no, because I don't know anything about celebrities. I just know how they look. I don't know. I'll try to keep it quick, but like, I want a person. Like, I would want to be with a woman who is like a best friend of me, right? Like, we could do everything together. We could be serious. We could laugh. We can go out and have drinks. We could work out together. We could start a business together. Everything from A to Z. Somebody who is family oriented, because I'm very family oriented. Somebody who's a good communicator, and somebody who has patience, because I am not always the most patient person, and I know that about myself. So I would need somebody that's patient to understand, like, okay, you can't always in a relationship be the person that's pushing the conversation. Like,
God.
you need to, like, you need to have balance. So I know that I'm not a very patient person at times, so I would need my partner to be patient to kind of counteract that.
All right. Fair enough.
Message.
Mikhail, what is your biggest takeaway from being biracial? Biggest takeaway from being biracial. God. I would say that my biggest takeaway from being biracial, and I've heard other people who are in a very similar demographic as me say this before, and it resonated, that you don't really fit into one race or another. You're like, for me, I'm not Mexican enough to be completely embraced by Mexicans, and I'm not black enough to completely be black. So I find myself sitting in the middle a lot of times and not really aligning myself 100% on one way or another. So if I had to bring out a takeaway, it's you're kind of navigating your own, I don't know, like perspective, I think. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's easiest because a lot of people identify with their culture heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And if I were to do that, I don't necessarily feel like I can do that. I don't necessarily feel like I grew up Mexican, but I don't necessarily feel like I don't really feel Mexican.
Yeah.
Well, and then on top of it, like being a Mexican American, you know what I mean? Like that's a whole different thing versus being Mexican, you know, like you're also a no sabe kid. Is that como se dice?
I wouldn't go to that extent saying
I love when you speak
no sabo kid.
Mm-hmm.
I sabo a lot. It's that I have a hard time reciprocating and back. But as far as understanding, I understand everything.
Yeah.
It's the bad habit as a kid of not being told to practice to speak it, you know, in back to them. But that's
because Mexican Americans don't like to just get into gang fights, right? Like they like flowers, the music, and white girls named Debbie too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever that means, dude.
Yeah.
But that's
Mexican Americans, right? Like they name Chata
yeah,
and Chela and Chema
dude.
and have a son-in-law named Jeff.
Wow.
You guys don't fuck with Cheech and Chong? Mexican Americans? You never heard
Sure.
that song?
I that's not in the front of my mind when you say
I
that.
wasn't thinking about Cheech and Chong when you were saying all this nonsense, psychobabble.
But you know, I if you were to ask me what do I identify with, I identify more as being Hispanic because that's who raised me. My mother raised me, and she's Hispanic. My family is Hispanic, so that's where I'm at. Saul, what is Two-Tone Mafia?
Adrian, what is Two-Tone Mafia?
No idea what you're talking about.
I don't even know who asked that question, but
I don't know.
Girls can be in two-tone mafia too.
that's true.
What
100%.
what is it though?
You know, it's like when your nipples don't match up; they're not the same color. Like one's darker than the other.
But except we're talking about our.
All right, guys. It's when the tip of the penis is
the
a
fifth.
different color than the rest of the penis.
But why is it a
Because
mafia?
I don't
my
know. That's
God.
crazy.
Because you guys-
who created a mafia around this?
Yeah. When did that
Anywho.
start? Ekman, was it? No, might have been.
Yeah, like
The mafia
over
started
10 years ago.
Yeah, TTN.
We've been in the mafia for a while.
Gang.
Yeah.
A whole lot of gang shit.
Okay. I'm assuming this is. Message. I'm assuming this is for me. It says, Michael, have you punched any of your friends in the face?
Yes, he has. 2008, when the Boston Celtics whooped the Lakers' ass.
Did you ask that question?
But
walked
did you
into the
deserve
garage.
it?
I walked into the garage.
This was his question.
No, this is not my
Yeah.
question, but I remember this because I walked into the garage trying to get a Gatorade, and I walk in and I get punched in the side of my face. This fucking asshole.
Because you
with a
deserved
boxing
it.
glove, because I was talking shit because the Lakers got their ass whooped, and I was a big Ray Allen fan at the time.
All I heard was because I was talking shit.
And I was talking shit, but I was a big Ray Allen fan at the time.
Do you feel better?
Still hurts.
And I will give, and I will mention, honorable mention. I punched Baby Cakes, Eddie,
Oh,
special guest from the last episode, in the face one time on accident.
oh yeah.
We were what do you call it? Like shadow boxing or whatever. We were just like, and I threw a fake punch,
remember
and I
this.
went to throw it in a different direction,
Yeah.
and he put his face in that other direction. And it connected, and you know, I apologized. I gave him a big ass hug, and that was not intentional, but technically, I have punched him in the face too. But
Well, didn't we all box in front of on Eggman? Like I remember me and Richie boxed.
Oh yeah, Richie. Okay, all right.
Didn't
all right.
you put
Fuck.
Richie in the
All
bathtub?
right, 3.
You put Richie in the bathtub. You knocked him out. You knocked the air out of him.
No,
was
he
in the
didn't knock the
bathtub.
air out of him. He was
was
having heat exhaustion.
Yeah.
He was tired.
He was
Because
throwing
you
up.
guys you whooped his ass.
Well,
I don't
sure.
I don't know if he whooped his
Who'd
ass.
he fight first?
Richie had fought
Baby,
other
he
people
fought baby
before
kids.
him.
Oh, okay, fought Eddie first.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me not.
He
I
fought
don't want to put it
multiple
out like Richie
people.
got his ass
He
whooped.
got gassed.
Yeah, he was out of. He was
Like,
out
we're
of
not
breath, yeah.
we're not fighters.
No.
And
Yeah.
he had heat exhaustion and he was throwing up in the bathroom.
It was after he went with
Yeah.
Mikhail that he went and
yeah, but he'd already fought 2 people before that.
remember he fought Baby
you
Cakes.
and Baby Cakes, I thought,
he busted my lip. That bastard.
in the front yard, and then he fought Baby Cakes in the back, and then he fought Mikhail.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Richie's a fighter though.
yeah. You're getting Richie. If you're listening, you're getting a good story put
Yeah.
behind you. But I laid your ass out. Next question. Love you.
Message.
If you can dedicate a song to your significant other, what song would it be? So you guys can think of hypotheticals. I don't know if you've ever thought of
Put
that.
it in your mouth, McKinley.
Is that a song? Or are you just making some shit up?
It is a song, but I'm just
Put
kidding.
it in your mouth.
I'm just joking. I wouldn't dedicate that. Damn, I don't know. 112, Cupid, the good one.
Good one, I guess.
Damn, like what is like a good lovers and friends?
Lovers and friends. You
I
have
don't know.
such commitment problems that
I'd
you
say-
thought of
I have
lovers and
I
friends.
have commitment problems.
You
yes,
couldn't even
yes.
commit to a song.
you-
You, had
you
to say
had-
I
lovers
have
and
commitment
friends.
Honestly, you have some major commitment
I
problems.
had yes.
I would pick
need
Mark
therapy.
Morrison, Return of the Mac.
That is not a that's not a girlfriend song. That's like me saying Jay Z.
You got commitment problems.
So do you.
No, I said Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac.
Yeah,
That's a classic.
that's not a girl. You dedicate that to your girl.
Yeah.
But hey, baby, dedicate this.
If
to
you ever act up,
Keith Sweat. What about Keith
if you
Sweat?
ever act up, Return of the Mac.
Shit. I don't know. What song would I dedicate to a woman? I don't know. Can't think about that right now.
You're not
I think 112 Cupid is a good one. I think that's like everybody's like, Cupid. We can't say like Diddy songs because like he's canceled, right? I don't know. Diddy
I mean,
never
you
diddled.
can.
Diddy never diddled me, so I still need a girl. I think I need a girl is a good one. So I need a girl, but you can't say I need a girl to your girl, right? So never mind. Let me take that back.
You have such commitment problems.
I do have commitment problems.
It's insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a song.
All right. Can you think of a song?
It's gonna be some white girl shit.
Dedicated to my girl.
To your man.
Yeah,
Oh.
me. What are you talking about?
It's gonna be like some gym class heroes or some shit.
No.
Panic at the Disco.
Panic at the Disco.
No.
Fuck yeah. Fallout Boy.
No.
Some 41.
She likes stuff like bands that we don't even know about.
Yeah. She's real like
Mm-hmm.
like I like some 41. I like some
Green
emo
Day.
shit. I love Green Day. But Lindsay,
But those are like
knows-
mainstream
Yeah.
punk, whatever you want to call them. She
Yeah.
knows like the
Yeah.
underground.
Yeah. The real shit.
She's like the Adrian of hip hop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. When it comes to white girl music.
When you talk about Green Day, she's like, oh, gross. They're
Right.
so mainstream.
right.
This
right.
this would be the song that I dedicate.
Some call?
I'm coming out. I want the world to know.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's a
that
classic.
shit right there. Okay. Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good. That's a classic.
That's a good one.
I'm so in love with you. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah. Sing.
Whatever
Hey.
you want.
But what about you? You don't have a song for me?
I got one now. I was looking
God
at
damn,
scrolling.
that was
I needed,
aggressive.
I needed
Jesus.
to.
What the fuck? You don't have a song about me?
Yeah,
What about your
right?
song?
Yeah. Take it easy over there.
Take it easy, Lindsay. What's your take it easy, please?
I think I love
E40.
Tell me when I'm go.
White girl.
Right.
Drew Hill. I love you. Drew Hill. I
good
love
one.
me some Drew Hill. Fire.
Jeez.
Fire.
Okay.
Talk about water being
I guess that's
wet.
okay.
Yeah. White water being wet. Speaking of wet.
Bad Bunny.
Next question.
There you go.
Message.
Inquiring minds. Tits or ass? Babe, you can partake too if you'd like.
Personality.
Yeah, I was like, am I gonna be a square by saying smile?
I'm joking.
Because I'm not picking tits or ass.
I'm
Here, how
joking.
about this? I'm
saying
gonna
ass.
say both because if you have big ass titties and no ass, that's not cool.
But I
And
can-
if you have a big old booty and just like a flat chest, then that's, you
I
know,
don't
like
mind
how about this? I like a good proportionate both.
Okay.
I personally have never dated a girl because of tits or ass. For me, I always look at her smile,
obviously.
her eyes, and her hair.
Right, but we're
Yeah.
talking about like a one night stand. We're not talking about like relationship.
No, well, I
Well,
mean,
then I have to ask you how many beers am I
regardless
in?
of her hair and her smile and whatever the fuck else you just said, you still gotta
don't be
fuck her at some
disrespectful.
point. So tits or ass.
Don't be disrespectful.
You know, hair is important too. Like I don't want a girl with boneless hair. I hate that. Like
What do you want?
I don't want a girl with boneless. Like when their hair is thinning.
Why? This has nothing to do with the question.
Says the bald guy with the
So?
fucking hairline on the
Right?
back of his head. Get the
So?
fuck out of here.
Tits
So?
or ass?
All right.
Ass.
Yeah, for me, if I have to pick one, ass.
Okay.
No
Big
wonder
ol'
you're
ass.
single.
Hard hitting
Ass.
questions.
Give me the ass.
I would lean towards ass too.
Yeah,
I can
he's
live.
I like a
I
little
already
bee
knew
sting.
that.
Give me little bee stings. I'm cool with that. That's fine.
Yeah. I
But give me a
mean,
little, like ass.
but at the end of the day, right? I mean, if you're cool, then I mean,
That's all that really matters.
But, like,
can we vibe?
You're
That's-
doing it missionary, and there's nothing even to like watch bounce.
It's
It's
okay.
just
She go belly to belly.
her
missionary,
like
though. It's
double
okay.
chin is just bouncing. You got bee stings fucking looking
No,
at
it's
you.
belly to belly.
it's okay.
Lay
Lights
down.
are off. Don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. Inquiring minds.
Message.
The best part about being married? Question mark.
Damn.
Oh, we're the only married people here.
Yes.
Best part of being married is
Unprotected sex.
yeah. No, I mean obviously just like knowing that I have somebody that's like with me on everything, you know, and even if we don't agree on things, I do know that like when things get hard or whatever, that I do have somebody to be there for me or with me or, you know, support me. And it goes both ways. So
I agree.
It's like the ultimate partnership.
To sum it up, it's having your best friend with you,
but you get to do naked things.
but you get to do naked stuff
Mhm.
together.
I strive to have that in my life.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, you literally just get to have a sleepover with your best friend every night
Don't sleep over.
and have those delirious conversations of,
Yeah.
you know, I love you like my elbow because then I can't bend my arm.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
I think we're all ready for this
Yeah.
episode.
I have two more.
Message.
Any big goals you're each working towards before turning 40? Make it quick.
well, I'm closer than everybody else.
So what are
And
your goals? We'll go in order of when it's gonna happen.
well, I'm going to be 39 this year.
Yes.
Okay, because last
Damn.
year, yeah. Well, my 38th birthday, I didn't get to do anything. Honestly, in the next year and a half, what am I gonna do? I really want to like get financially like on the ball and cut down on like credit debt and just
Fair.
being smart financially.
Yeah.
I think is my biggest goal within the next year and a half. That's an obtainable goal, you
Right.
know. Of course, I can think of like fun things. Of course, by my 40th birthday, I want to like go on a dope ass vacation or something, but
Mhm.
that's not, I think, the important things.
And I'll pile on with that. Definitely continue to get out of debt, but then also be in position to have already obtained a home
Mm-hmm.
by 40, because I turned 36 then this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
36?
I'm 35,
Yeah.
gonna turn 36 this year.
Mm-hmm.
So by 40, I would hope that I have already gotten in a home. Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Right. I mean, you have
My
4
biggest-
years versus my 2
Exactly.
years. So,
So that would
Split
be
the difference.
yeah.
that'd be my goal there. And then I would also hope that this podcast is doing very well to the point that we're generating some sort of revenue off of the podcast. And those would be like by 40, I would hope that that's a thing by then. So
4 years.
that's a goal. You know, I want to make sure that's a thing already by then.
Cool.
Hopefully before then, but that's what I would hope.
Own a second home.
There you go.
For me, own my first home, and probably by 40 have at least 3 certificates in my field. Like stuff that I want to get just to advance my career.
I thought you were gonna say you wanted 3 cats.
No.
Oscar.
I got my BOMA. We're good. I would like to maybe just advance in my career. Get a couple certificates. I don't think I'll ever stop working, even if the candles blow up, even if the podcast blows up. I think that I'll still just I love doing IT work. It's just it's fun.
As soon as I can, I'm fucking quitting my job.
Heartbeat.
But I'd like to be in a position where I can get paid the most money for doing the less work. So
Right. I
more
mean, I
certificates would
do.
that.
I would keep my job just because then,
It's a steady income.
yeah, and I want to make my full-time job my like second job
Yeah.
type of thing.
It's crazy because,
Yeah.
but for me, my situation, by the time I'm 40, my son would have already graduated high school. So like,
Yeah.
it's
There you
very
go.
weird. Like to say like,
My kids aren't even going to be out of elementary school.
yeah, like to own my first home, but I have to own my home before he graduates high school. Like I want
It's a good goal.
that's a goal. Like at least
It's a good goal.
he has somewhere to. Not that he doesn't have nowhere to come to, but it'd be better if it's my own home
Yeah.
rather than
A permanent place
renting.
that he knows is,
he
yeah.
can come to. So.
All right. Message. We come to our final question. Thank you guys who have participated. Continue to do this. This was a lot of fun. And with our last question, when is the next family vacation? I don't want to limit it to just me and you, but when's our next also big group vacation?
I
as
mean, I take it
well?
as
I
like
know.
this when we need to get him on a vacation with us.
Yeah, we need to get Adrian out on
He
one of
wasn't in the vacation vlog with
one
us.
of our
Yeah.
fun vacations.
Yeah.
But when is our next one? I mean, as far as I
Well, you guys
know,
brought it up. You said summer.
as far as I know, it won't necessarily be this year, but the following year, we're trying to get on a cruise. We've never done that, so I think we want to try to experience that with Eddie, his family.
Well, I don't want to wait until next year to go
Yeah,
on
I'd
a.
say
I
should do
we
something
should
this
have
year.
at least one vacation every year.
Well, I mean, I'm cool, doing something, small. Like I know for sure, we always throw in a little Vegas thing
Yeah.
in there. I'd be open to do that.
Right.
I love Vegas.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
think
I'll
I'd-
go to Vegas.
Yeah, we do Vegas.
Vegas
Like,
I'd be-
easy.
I'd be
yeah,
down
it's
to-
supposed be fun.
I'd be down to do like an Airbnb thing, again, where we're, we could do it close to Vegas. We could do it in Vegas and then just have to drive to the strip to do things. But
I'm open to looking at all things like that, but I love me a quick little Vegas thing.
I know.
That shit is so fun in the weekend, and it doesn't have to be all clubby.
right.
I don't
But
think
that's
we hit
what,
the club once the
but-
last time we went out. We didn't go to clubs.
but that's what
Just
made
had
it
fun out there.
like.
We did once, one night.
I don't know. The trip that
Yeah, we went to. I
Did
thought
we?
we went to the club once.
I
Really?
was
MIA.
KO'd.
Yeah, me,
Yeah.
you, and D went.
Yes.
To the-
Dre's.
Dre's
You went
with
to
the
Dre's?
pool with the pools and all that.
we
you
did.
You were with
That's
us.
how
Yeah,
fucked up he was.
We did.
yeah. I was like, we went to
Because that was the
Dre's.
same night that those people tried to say I stole their wallet. Remember that there was 17 security guards outside?
Yeah, that was during the day.
Yeah, that was that
You
day.
were a thief by
I was
day.
not a
You're
thief.
savage.
You were a clubber
Dude,
by night.
I was no shirt, tiny ass little swim shorts,
yeah.
nothing in my pocket.
You could see the outline of everything.
Yeah.
No shirt.
no shirt.
No, you could see the outline of everything, and they thought he
And
had a
there
big
was like
purse on him.
They thought I stole something from somebody. They had 20 security guards around me, like I was gonna do something. I'm like, clearly I have nothing.
They
in my
were
pockets.
profiling.
Yeah,
I saved
yeah,
them.
You dropped my phone.
But
today, too.
I
anyways, to
saved you.
answer the question, when is the
Yes.
next family vacation? I'm down to do something this summer. That would
Yeah.
be cool.
Sounds like Vegas potentially over the summer.
yeah.
Go to Atlantic City.
That would be dope.
That Jersey?
Like down south.
Atlantic City's just so far away.
I thought is that New Jersey?
Yeah.
Am I tripping?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is that where it is?
Is
Yeah.
it Jersey? I thought it was like down south.
I would rather go to Miami before I
I
go
don't
to
know, where is
Atlantic
it?
City.
Look it up. Look it up, P. Where's Atlantic City? We should go to Atlantic
It's in
City.
New Jersey.
You know what we should do? We should go to what's that place? In the summer, we should
Hong
hit
Kong.
up. No, wait.
It
Good,
is New Jersey.
good Chinese food.
Where's
over
that?
there.
Atlantic City.
In
Yeah,
New Jersey. Yeah,
in
we should
New
go
Jersey.
to Atlantic City,
Yeah.
or in the summer, we should go to that place that in the water that everybody goes to. That's what I was about to say. Damn, what's it called?
Catalina Island?
No,
The place in the
no,
water?
Catalina Island.
Sandals? I love sandals.
Hell yeah, I was gonna say.
What are you talking?
Oh man, we've talked about it before too. I
Atlantis.
can't think about it right now.
The
No,
Bermuda Triangle.
no,
Hong Kong, dude.
no. I'll think of it once we're done. I
don't know.
can't remember. We've talked about it before though.
Okay.
Let's go to
Well,
Mexico. Let's go to Mexico.
It's like a Lake Havasu, but it's not Lake Havasu.
If we
Lake
go to Mexi-
Tahoe?
If we go to Mexico
No.
with baby cakes, that'd be
Lake Mead,
because he can speak Spanish.
No,
Niagara Falls.
yeah. I guess our biggest takeaway is if anybody has any input that they want to put us on, feel free to share. Clearly, we need some ideas.
I think maybe summer.
but we're open. We're open.
Summer would be a good.
Yeah,
Right.
starting
our
point.
plans aren't
Yeah.
solid. You know, we're open. I mean, generally, like we like to do a Vegas thing and try to get whoever we can go.
Right.
But I
that
feel
would
like-
be adults only.
and
I
If
feel like
we're
that's not a big vacation. Like that,
right.
we do that.
If
on-
we're doing a thing where it's
weekend
like
getaway.
the families again, I think it'd be dope to do like Sedona, Arizona, or like go up Northern California.
Like a lake thing.
Yeah, and you know we could do Big Bear during the summer. That's like a totally different thing too.
It is.
But yeah,
if we go way up north, we could go to those forests that have like the redwoods and sequoias. That'd be crazy.
All right.
up in like Humboldt
never been
and
there, but-
Trinity County, and yeah,
I heard it's
Something to see.
a sight to see.
yeah.
All right. Well, with that said, comes to the end of our show. Thank you guys. It's been fun. It's been real. Episode 6. Another great episodes. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys.
Adios.
Adios, motherfuckers.
Love y'all.